Can't Ben teleport?
To a place you can see.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's
still
only
going to
accessible.
teleport into an enclosed
Yes,
space.
exactly, yeah.
You have Shake Spell.
Yeah, but I'm also in there.
You're the target.
I mean, have you
How many
ever
hit points you want?
Many.
have you ever considered?
I don't feel like it's many.
It's very many.
I seem to recall you took a lot of damage.
It's a lot of health.
Make a deception check.
With whose charisma?
Tom's is -2.
Oh,
No, you're
it's
fine.
even worse
It's
than
it's
I
zero.
made an insight of.
14.
Okay.
Roll an insight check.
I rolled a 13 as
Ben.
And
well.
Tom's
Wisdom.
Ben's pretty smart, so I mean,
I rolled
he
a
can
13
incite the shit out of you.
Insight.
Oh my god!
I have 10 hit points.
As I suspected.
You know, if he
I
does
rest
fucking
my
instant
case.
help,
Okay,
instant death.
so
But he's not. I mean, we're gonna talk to you.
are you guys ready?
No.
Every good session
Actually,
starts
I'm gonna get
with.
some water. Sorry.
Good idea. Good idea.
Hold on, I have like one picture that I finished yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sorry. I did not have time, but I have one.
Oh wow.
Hold on.
Very nice book.
Ooh.
It's mine.
I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't take it from someone else. Would you like me to have that?
Just in case you want a shield guardian later.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll come in.
Can I get a shield guardian?
No.
It's still
And oh, very nice.
It's just like a big.
Very.
It's just Argus pissing on somebody.
Don't worry. You shall see.
This is right. These are things that I might have.
Allow me to pause the ambience for a moment.
Oh, I was getting
Do you need
very
to use
immersed.
a torture?
No, good. I got dark.
It is in
It's-
Josh's hands.
Macca's going to use it to
Sorry.
set the scene.
Oh,
He's gonna paint us a picture.
that's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty damn good.
He
Oh.
is. He's going to paint. I should probably turn that off. Turn off your phones, big fellas.
Okay. So,
It's not like anyone calls us.
I called you here.
I get calls all the time.
Like,
Most, yeah, I was about to say most of them from work, but still,
Okay. So,
they want to talk to me.
you all ready?
No one wants to. Yep.
Okay. So,
I have this.
Make a deception check.
quite an eventful last session. So,
It's pretty tame.
this session began with you guys leaving the chambers of Tiamat and continuing on your mission to rescue Dane Kalen, the son of Hadric Kalen, who is the leader of the city of Deepol. Yes, you did. So after going back through, retracing your steps, going back to the Cavefish's den where all those bodies had been hung, you, with the help of Grayson's adept climbing skills, were able to scale the sides of some of these stalagmites and stalactites coming up and down, and you managed to get to the top and release a few bodies, one of which being a new companion, temporary or permanent, you're not sure yet, by the name of Astrid. And with the help of Kerbin and his shield guardian, one hand at the time, you guys were able to successfully get down the bodies and the captured dwarves and gnomes of the city. When you found Dane, he was badly poisoned from a festering wound, but luckily, due to the fact you have a cleric, you very easily managed to heal him and return him to the top. That same night, you all returned to a pub which you'd now frequented quite a bit over the last few days, the Plumper Pub. Staying there over the night, you recounted stories with Astrid, became more familiar with each other, and as the night grew deeper, you heard a sort of rumbling sound. At first, you were having terrible flashbacks to what you thought this could be again, but then as you listened closer, you realized what you heard was not a rumbling, but rather a low hum coming from outside as the citizens of Deepol had formed a kind of pathway that went...
Weren't you pressing your bottom?
I just made a fart joke.
He did, a very badly timed fart joke.
Yeah.
Just like, so, the citizens are mourning their dead. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, you watched as that procession left, and you guys saw the first, maybe, aftermath of a fight which you guys had ever had to see, not really seeing the repercussions of whatever had happened, but you saw it regardless. Let's see. The following day, you did some initial shopping because you were very much depleted in your stocks. That's exactly right. You collected a various array of potions originally by a mistress, Miss Magius, And then, after
Like
leaving
one?
that's right. And then, after leaving the city, for the first time in your collective journey, you guys began to head south rather than north. You made your way back through.
Smells like resin.
I'd hope so. You made your way back through some of the towns which you had been through. You walked
It's
through
like a background.
Valenbrawl,
Just want to eat it.
and after some time, you guys made your way to Twigden, which is one of the towns which you and a dolphin, your once companion, had been through on your way up this journey. On your way through, you had entered a pub, which you guys had been to once before. Nothing out of the ordinary. But as the rest of you were sitting down, Ordain was able to notice that there was a table of 5 humans who were looking a little bit more shifty than the normal folk, and they were constantly looking back to your table, at Argus more than anyone else. This prompted an investigation, we'll call it.
They're both humans.
So,
He's asking.
let me see.
I'm technically like,
So,
Immortal.
with a new investigation, Ordain and Astrid, originally, with the backup of Grayson, a very voiceless Grayson, decided to head over to the
I
table.
have my pistol pointed at your ball.
That's right. You pulled out a deck of cards, and through the use of some spells, you were able to receive a more truthful answer. And despite this man actually winning his card game, he rather lost all of his intellectual knowledge by handing it up to you.
And he lost the contents of his bowels.
He lost a lot of things that night, including his dignity, yes.
He was very
And with-
intense that night.
With
Other
Argus's,
ones at least.
with Argus's approach and his physical intimidation, he admitted that he had seen a centaur once before. It was a feminine centaur, and he, without giving away too much information, as it seemed he was scared for his own life, not in your presence but by someone else's, he instead told you where approximately this place was where she could be found, and then he and the rest of his compatriots ran out of the stall, found and followed temporarily by Argus, who then decided to head north. Argus left the pub while the 4 of you stayed temporarily for 5 to 10 more minutes, asking questions about the ruins that are found at the top of the town at the Twigden Manor. And while you did so, you found out some information. You found out that it had been burnt down for approximately a few years. It had once been home to a wealthy family that ran the town, but had long since been dead in a fire. And it had been presumed haunted by the fact that screams had been heard throughout the night, presumably by some old wives' tales and such. As Argus soulfully headed up to this ruin by himself,
Very fast.
he headed up to the very top of the northern part of the town and he investigated. Approaching before anything could happen to him, he saw that while this was in fact a ruin, it was as if it had been like freshly burnt. This hadn't been left to the elements for a long time. This was as if it had been burnt but hours ago. He also saw that from the roof emanating was smoke, not coming out of a hole, but just straight out of the solid roof. Before even noticing anything too curious, he was attacked by some invisible force, some archers who took shots and fired successfully multiple times at him.
Not very good employees.
No, unfortunately not for you. But as
Not for
you
them either.
well, not
in
for
the
them in
end.
the end. As you
They just
continued to
didn't
approach, Argus was downed by these archers. Thankfully, you were all able to make it to him before any serious damage could have been dealt. You decided to infiltrate this area, as it seemed that there was a lot more foes. A very long and stressful combat broke out, where we witnessed some of the most
Stressful
amazing,
up to that point.
which with some of the amazing feats I think we've seen so far. We have the most ballsy mage to ever exist, running headfirst into the combat, successfully downing
I would
few.
have been fine if that guy didn't come out of the door.
Yeah.
Fireballs were thrown,
He should have.
dogs were unleashed, boomerangs were
Is
thrown,
anyone out there? Hello.
Don't come out.
people were pissed on, and songs were sung. And eventually, you guys were able to defeat the enemies within these quarters. The biggest location with which you've had to fight in, given the fact that it's stretched over so many various rooms. Towards the end of your fight, Argus and Grayson trailed one last victim, and as he cowered in the stables, Argus proceeded to beat
Flying knee him in the
flying knee
face.
him in the face into the back of a stone brick wall, which would have immediately killed him anyway. And as he fell, Argus split him in asunder.
Count Dooku him.
The
Yep.
Tower of Twigton.
Terror.
As
Torture.
Argus
Terror.
pissed his way through the
I pissed once.
as you've made your way through the perimeters. The Twigton Tickler. Oh, very well. Anyway, as you guys investigated, Argus began to knock down doors while Grayson began to unlock them. And
I see we have different approaches.
yeah, and as you made your way
Pete
through,
as well.
it was Aaron's investigation that led you to uncover more of the secrets and the meanings of this place. Going through the main study, which he's still in now, he discovered 3 cupboards with obviously different handles, each on which had different inscribings on them, different symbols. One was a squid's head that was on the front of different waves. One was a bit of wheat which had some kind of raindrop pattern in the background. And the other was a cloud, but parted in the middle by a stroke of lightning or thunder which had come through the middle. On a similar map, you discovered that there were corresponding symbols. These weren't just random. You discovered that these symbols were found in different main cities. You had the squid's head being in Val's Dawn, you had the wheat being in Byvale, and you had the thundercloud being in Mistkeep. That was the connection you instantly made. After using the key to open up those drawers, you discovered one of them was empty. The wheat one was empty. No, sorry, the thundercloud was empty. The wheat had one piece of paper in it, which was the ghoul one, and the squid head had 2. It had some kind of orb, and it had a centaur. After Argus and the rest of them had beaten their way through the rest of the rooms, finding more of the horrific areas, you uncovered a torture chamber in which there was a presumably male figure bound down and quivering in fear, covered in scars. As you guys approached, Ordain was able to temporarily give him some health, heal him up a little bit, bring him slightly from the edges of insanity, and Aaron proceeded to give Argus a piece of paper, which he thought would give him clues at the very least as to his daughter's survival or location. Upon showing him the map and the presumable location of her existence, Argus ripped the map off of the wall, took it with him, left the room without talking, went into one of the bedrooms which had been uncovered, took the bedside table, slammed it into the door, and silence. Now,
Man's got to think.
man has got to think. Now, this is where we pick up. However, I'd like to ask everyone, besides Argus first, what are you doing?
Talking to the ghoul.
Okay?
So I
It's
just
just
watched
a
Argus
man.
leave.
We don't know what's a ghoul.
He said ghoul.
We don't know what's a ghoul. Only you do.
Grayson, anything you need to do in particular?
I don't know. I guess I'll just stand around this torture chamber.
Okay,
do.
cool. Do you want to do some investigation, or do you want to
Yeah, I do.
do something to help you understand it at all?
Well, I mean, it's not that hard to understand what it is and what's happening. But
Sure.
Third level. Right?
So no.
Astrid, is there anything that you would like to do in particular?
This is me.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
This is your-
You were slowly trailing behind Argus before he made his way.
Okay, well, so I don't know about any of this,
No.
right? Okay, so I'm gonna.
No, I went in there.
Well, you went in there, but then you left, and he doesn't know that you've gone away yet.
So, but Astrid was still because we both came through this
Yeah,
way.
you came through
So
that
you
way.
wouldn't know about it.
You would know about the
I'm
torture
asking
room.
about the
About that.
No.
stuff.
that stuff. I'm trying to find out.
You don't know anything about that.
Understood. Right.
So anyway, so Josh, you said you said you would like to speak to the
Yeah.
Go.
prisoner. Right.
The prize and
This, I'll just give you a recap of what this person looks like. They are
Sitting in the fire.
lanky in complexion, most likely what you would deduce from
he's Joker dance.
a long torture. There are multiple scars that cover the body, mostly found on the upper inside of the arms and also across the chest. The eyes are covered with a blindfold, which would have been cloth of white nature, which is now stained black and red.
Oh, there it is.
The hair would have been blonde, with the tips of which are also now stained with blood. and the feet and around the hands are now very badly just bruised from where these shackles have been.
So if I remember, I gave him food and he said,
So last you gave him a piece of bread, to which he took to digest, but as he did so, started to choke on it and spat it to the ground.
what do you mean you can't eat?
You tried to kill him.
You're a ghoul.
Go, go.
As in, like the things that attacked the temple?
What?
Inside.
You can't even see his eyes at the moment, but
Is
I'm
he
sure.
blindfolded?
Yes, he's still
Should
blindfolded.
I take off the blindfold?
Sure, it's tied. It's tied behind him.
I wouldn't
I
say
do
it's a
it.
very good idea.
You do it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not hard not to untie. You untie it, and behind it are a set of green eyes.
What are you doing here?
I have green eyes.
He's like, he's tied, he's bound, he's tied up. Like,
No, we got him up.
wait, you
No, he's tied up. We're not gonna.
he's still tied. Yeah, he didn't.
Well,
You guys
the
didn't
check.
unlock him.
Oh, that's what I thought I'd cut the
No,
chains.
no, you
They
were
stopped
going
me.
to.
I was going to.
Yeah, you were going to.
They stopped me.
He's tied up. What'd you say?
Who are you?
Name's Avon.
Fever? And you can't eat bread.
Bread's my favorite food. Why can't you eat it? I can't eat anything. No.
What can you eat?
Flesh.
What type of flesh? Like cow flesh? Pig flesh?
Humanoid flesh.
He
Oh.
can eat bread only if it's without the
As he says this, you can see like he's like you can hear his stomach like grumbling, and as it does so, you see like the backs of his eyes, the whites, are slightly dulling to a different color, as like the veins around his eyes are slowly protruding.
Is he tied up?
Yes.
He is, he is.
Do you want to go over there?
It's like, people can make it. Sam, you can come in if you want.
Oh, I am in, technically. So sad.
You can stand
What
in the
were
back
they
of
doing
it
there?
and just cross
I'm
your
just
arms.
observing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, fuck.
What were they doing?
Well,
to you?
then,
Yeah, go in Astrid.
yeah, I was kind of
What
just
are they
like,
doing?
looking to meet up with Aaron. But
Are
you know,
you
now
like
that
are
he's
you like doing the giant monster right now?
Yeah.
Make a,
I'm new to the group.
I'd like you to
I'm
make
like,
a
I've
just
witnessed,
persuasion.
like,
Just
a
persuasion.
quintuple homicide by like.
You're self-defense.
I don't. You went in there.
25.
Okay, yeah. He trusted you. What was the question? Sorry, what were you?
Why you?
He's amazing.
Why you? What did they do to you?
One thing, what they do?
What's this?
They were experimenting. There was two of us originally. They took me from Volbeck, don't know how long ago, and I've been here ever since. There was another, but haven't heard from her in a while.
Do I believe?
So what's his name again?
Make an insight check.
The ghoul.
Avon.
Avon Targaryen.
8.
You see no reason to disbelieve someone who's been tied up for presumably a long time and is being shown the only sign of friendliness in a long time.
Okay, I'm gonna go to these guys.
As you kind of walk away, it's like, please, like on the chains.
Guys, this guy's a ghoul. One of those things that.
Don't we have like human flesh everywhere?
We
From
do,
fucking
we
massacres
do.
of Sam.
Give him the marinated one.
Are you talking about your
Oh
The
my
salted one.
god, I just got
The
that.
salted
You
one.
animal.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Half
He's a
at least.
feral. He is not civilized.
Well, that is a good point. If we give him his food, you might not need to kill him when he can just make his way out.
Yeah,
What
he's got
about
enough
when he
food to
gets
survive,
hungry?
doesn't
I'm
need
not
to
there.
kill.
I mean, he's got how many corpses to?
Oh,
How many people
what
did
about
we
when he
kill?
gets hungry?
Oh, you
again?
killed
There
all?
were like true eyes.
Sorry, let me check.
It's like-
Affiliated with the ghouls?
You
He
kill?
said none.
The archer, one archer's here, which
I
I've
feel
just
like
done.
he's
One archer's down there with a caved-in nose. There's one guy here, one guy here. There's the trisected woman over here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so-
There were the three guys over here and the
What?
two dogs.
Speak of Britain.
So, you
That's
killed
there.
10 people and 2 death dogs.
Agree.
You killed 10 people and 2 death dogs. Yep.
1, 2,
And the
Yeah,
majority of their
that was
corpses are scattered here and here. 2 of them are also now dust piles because
Who
they
was
got
the
killed by a
10th one?
fireball.
Who was the 10th one?
There was a berserker.
No.
So there
They're
was
not
the
piles of
barbarian.
dust.
Yeah, there's the
There
barbarian.
was
It's
the
like
guy.
so
There was a guy there. There
Out
was
of
2
bed.
people
There's
upstairs.
the guy
It's
did
like
that. There's
jerky.
the archer here.
Yeah.
There's the other archer downstairs.
the
There were
10
3
guys.
guys out here, and the captain.
And then there was a captain. Look, I can't remember where I placed them all exactly, but I've got recorded 10 people.
Okay.
Anyway, so that was that, and then 2 death dogs. One of which has one of the heads decapitated, and the other one's just fucking slumped on the ground.
Summon the devil dog.
Asher, what do you think about this guy?
The guy who's currently tortured and chained up. What do you think? I'm not there, I'm asking. Oh,
Okay, I think we should free him. I mean, it's the right thing to do.
you know what
Do we-
audience would do.
His name? Is that his name?
Avon.
Yeah. So that's been sold, yeah.
Presumably, no, he's still here.
Do you want to give him a severed arm or something?
I should just shut up. Talk.
Good idea.
I'm pointing at the dead bodies that we've left
You can
behind.
get
I mean, you're in a
I'm
different
pretty sure
room.
for free.
Well, what happens if he goes after us first?
What if you
Wait, he dies.
As you can hear, say this. Just, please, you guys are gonna. If you're gonna free me, I'm not gonna eat you. But I'd suggest you don't come near me when I'm eating.
Listen,
Well,
there's
if you
a,
say so.
listen. We killed a lot of people in here. I'm sure you could find enough food for
You
you.
killed the bastards who had me up here.
Yes, we did. Not as any
I'd
kindness to you, kind of our own thing. But
I'd much prefer to eat them than eat you.
if you eat them and take a
We
few
much prefer that
pieces, run away from this area, possibly. I don't know, because you're not gonna go and like destroy temples or anything, or go and like necroman.
perhaps join up with the necromancers?
I haven't been given a survey or anything for that.
You seem like a nice person. I think we should free him.
Okay,
Should we go free him?
sure thing. Do you go to use the key?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The key doesn't work for this lock.
Oh, lockpick?
You want to check for
Wait. So,
Check for
I'm
traps.
gonna
You
check
unlock
what's
it and a
stuff.
fireball goes off.
Thank you for saving my life.
Thank you.
Yeah, you wanna.
Knock.
Hey, Grayson, you wanna
Okay.
use your
Okay.
expertise?
Hold on.
Knock.
Oh, you
So
wanna-
you just sorry.
Mark off the spell, please.
What about
I will,
this?
of course.
Do you have any seconds?
I was about to say, do you have
I
another?
have 3.
Oh, you've
Oh,
used
oh,
them all.
fuck.
You
No,
used
I
Do
don't
you have a high level
you
one?
go up to it and say
Fuck off.
knock and just kick.
We're about to have a long rest anyway.
like it would have worked.
It's night time, isn't it? It's
No.
time for
Oh yeah, it's night time.
I'll just,
So
I'll
you
just
haven't
unlock
had
it.
it.
I'll just unlock it.
He's gonna use his
Oh,
speech
no,
tool.
yeah, now.
Is that,
Dex
I have
plus
one.
proficiency.
Dex plus
You only have
proficiency.
2.
Tom, did you give him expertise in these tools?
No, he said
No, I don't.
stealth and something else.
Okay, so it's,
No, I've got these tools.
Yeah,
No,
you don't
yeah.
have proficiency,
Proficient.
but not expert.
so it's 6 plus 6 onto whatever you're on.
8 plus 6.
14.
14.
That's enough. These are not extremely hard locks to break. As you go up, do you start his hands or his feet first?
Probably best his feet.
Okay. You go to unlock them, and as he does so, you unbuckle the actual shackles that are on there, and he doesn't like jump up or leap to attack. He just like moves his legs in a position which he probably hasn't been able to in however long he's been sat there, and they're very badly
He's got
bruised.
pins and needles.
Oh, he's got he's got more than pins and
Your
needles.
boy would have axes.
Anyway, so as you go to unlock the unlock the top and bottom.
Is this what we hear from Augustus' room?
Anyway, as you go to unlock everything, he mentioned just comes to rub whatever parts of his hands are left
The
very
wrists.
badly bruised.
Just do the thing that every actor does in every show after they get out of
That's
handcuffs.
exactly right. Yeah, he does that. Yeah.
My wrist!
Yeah. Anyway, as he does that,
Like now.
As
Hello, my wrists are injured.
as he does that, he kind of
Such
he walks.
pain upon
I'll just
my
use this
mortal
figure to mark him. So walks off of there. He walks
He's a well-dressed.
walks straight up.
Don't
He walks up next to you.
Holy shit, is that Shaggy?
He walks
Oh,
up. He
jeez!
walks up next to you. He walks up next to you. He walks up next to you guys. Says thank you.
And he casts fireball.
Excuse me, before you go.
I win.
You said there were 2 of you.
I win.
Do you know the name of the other one?
I'll do both of the same
The other
time.
person who is.
Will you win?
There was another ghoul, and then there was a horse lady. The ghoul is a lady. She was here when I got here, but
Well-mannered
A
girl.
lady.
I never
Not a woman, a lady.
saw her
What are
after.
all ghouls guys? Come on,
Thank you.
And then
I'm saying he's well-mannered.
this horse lady
Oh,
thing.
My jaw
Slim.
drops to the floor.
She was.
You sound
She
like
and I got.
me.
She and I got used to hearing each other's screams for a long time.
Oh fuck.
She was very nice, but I haven't seen her in a week either.
A week.
Maybe. Time's weird when you've got these things on. And points back to the blindfold. If you excuse me, I'm gonna go and eat some fucking corpses.
Baylor's blessing to
Fair
you.
enough.
he as he walks out, he says, "I'm gonna do that downstairs." So
Yeah,
Don't
and then
come.
when you're done, do you have some place to go?
There's some jelly downstairs.
well, I'm not going back to Volbeck now. They're the guys who ratted me out, so I don't know where I'm gonna go.
Try not to eat
Tell him to
people.
go to Arrow.
No.
The ghouls are there.
You'll join them.
As he says that, he just knows
Well, I mean, try not to kill people. That's fine. Like, eat like ones that are like
I can survive on one a month max.
take some like backup probably.
Don't know if I can cure it for that long, but we'll see how we go.
Salt, I assume.
Why doesn't he just look at
Yeah,
the
why not
cemetery?
just cut the thingy off his back?
Morgue.
Anyway,
Yeah.
What would that
Get
do?
some
Like,
human
fuck
bacon.
with me.
he
just
Get
gets
some couple
action
tongues.
seated.
he looks at you in the eyes, thankfully,
Just
nods.
Sausages.
and
Saucy.
leaves. He leaves, walks out. You see him pick up some of the corpses and just drag them down the stairs with him, with a very
I hope
solemn.
he's not allowed either.
I
Honestly.
hope he
Who
didn't
did you
take the
take?
marinated one.
He took some of the ones in that room.
Oh.
there.
Did you take the marinated one?
This one's got a unique salty taste.
If he rolls an uneven number, he got the marinated one.
Ah.
He must have smelt it first.
He's like the least damaged one.
Right. Well,
Did you take the trisected barbarian?
he would have taken
Is
this.
this? Sorry,
Yeah.
it's not quite clear. Is this like? Do I actually have the order?
Wait, how many
No,
minutes?
you just had the paper.
I don't have many.
See, I get some for being OT.
Which
and I get
card
some
was- which
that
drawer
just
was
get
that in?
The squid.
Squid, so that's in Bellastorm as
This
well.
was the squid. This was the wheat. So that's
Mhm.
what
Yep.
Um,
So, assuming that the other cart was gone. Actually, no, you don't. He hasn't told you that. Never mind.
Yeah,
So,
Grayson would
it's a good spell.
Grayson would know, but he hasn't. You guys haven't really talked about it yet.
I
So,
tell them a joke.
I say, fuck.
so what did the rest of you do?
I'm going to update everyone and be like, look, Argus is going through a tough time right now.
Should we plan an
His mental
intervention?
phase.
Since
It's
he's
not
found
a
out they
phase.
kidnapped his daughter.
Am I going to walk out of my bedroom to find you guys all sitting at the table like, oh, I guess take a seat?
Argus, when you wander up on your own.
Hi,
So,
Argus.
yeah, we pretty much confirmed that Centaur was his daughter. So he's just kind of, yeah.
Something
He's just kind of
We're gonna
Well, I think
Totally
give him
not
some space.
vibing right now.
should we go speak to him or should we?
maybe give him a nap or two.
Maybe we should have a nap. I'm kind of
Yeah, I don't know.
bloody.
I think we
Let's
should
take a
speak to him.
long rest first.
Okay.
He'll be fine.
Does taking a long
So-
rest clean you?
Yes, it restores all.
I
It
mean,
doesn't
you-
clean. Oh, not
Still
clean.
filthy.
Yeah, you're
I
still
mean,
covered in blood. and
In the
piss
long
if
rest,
got
you could
pissed
probably
on.
take like a bucket of water and just like pour it on.
Marinate him.
A chamber pot.
Oh,
Just gets
Stop
marinated.
talking about piss.
So,
His factory.
the
No.
piss. Is that
Guess
your
he's- I guess he's
Suck
after,
ours.
after he gets his daughter, he's going to open up a piss factory.
I'll say. So, as you
One
guys,
week's there.
where are you guys going to
What do we
rest?
do?
I assume where the beds are.
Yeah.
Okay, sure thing.
There's enough for all
Yep.
of us.
Which one?
I call top bug.
They're all
Are they
single
bunks?
beds.
They're all single beds.
They're not
Or
very
you
nice
like
beds.
them.
They're very worn in and some are broken in various places, but they're beds regardless.
Can I just vibe in the chair in front of the fireplace?
Sure. You can.
Where's the
If you'd like to,
fireplace?
if you would like to
With the
You
bodies.
guys.
think
Grayson.
over,
Oh, it's past my bedtime, so.
Which bed do you
Okay.
want? You can take a watch, Grillo.
now just
Yeah.
I'll
just
move
a quick
them- I'll
thing,
put them both together.
because Ordain's a cleric
you
and you pass through that room, I'd like you to make a medicine check.
Medic.
Very good. Medicine check.
That could have been bad. That
26.
Right. Okay.
You
So
said that. that
So,
wasn't there.
This
It
guy
would've
had
been wine.
cancer.
So, Ordain, as you're walking through this room, you walked through it before, but you took no account because of the events that were happening at the time.
This one.
This room right here, the one with all the blood and gore on the table. Looking through, you see a collection of knives and different implements, which most likely took to the dismembering of whatever this was. You kind of look amongst the parts of what's left, and you can discern certain features which aren't found on normal animals, which are broken up to become meals. It's more humanoid in nature. You find remnants of fingers and toes and pieces of hair which are strung along different bits of blood. And with that check, I would say you're able to discern that this was a female. The hair? It is with that check, I guess you find a bit. It is black.
Wait, is that a human person, you reckon, or is like
With that medicine check, it was of humanoid nature. You don't know ghoul biology.
Can you find the thingy that's on the back? Or
Well-
wherever it is.
I'll say with that amazing check,
I'm not here. Why am I?
Did you find any hooves?
Was
that thingy?
with that
Oh God!
with that amazing check, I'll say you're able to discern that the majority of the components of what would have been the innards, which have now become outwards, what's mostly that is what you would find in a human.
I think they were killing people to feed this thing.
As you guys lie in bed, your feet kicking up behind you.
So-
they were killing people.
So after passing,
Like, no way.
so passing through there, Astrid, is there anything you do while you're at the fireplace? Anything you try to do?
Speak of the dead. Oh, wait, you have no sources.
I think I'm actually haven't been in here.
Yes, you have. That was the room full of cages, and that's where Argus found some strands of red hair with a very good perception. I remember.
I'm staying up
You
all
need a
night.
long rest for your spells.
I do.
And you take a point of
and
exhaustion.
then I come in, I'm like,
Really bad things happen.
Everything happened very fast and well.
I'm just gonna sleep.
I
Okay.
think Argus is just sleeping.
In the chair?
In front of the
I'm
fireplace.
gonna lay on that.
Like, the
rug
sheets
there.
were white,
No, in the chair.
and like,
I fall
as
asleep
Argus
in the
like
chair.
In
popped
the
in the
chair.
bed, just turned red.
Okay. So,
Or are you like a dad? Are you like a dad? Are you just like
so
No, I'm kind of like across the armrest. Just
No, she's
Oh,
sleeping.
she's in the
out there.
chair.
oh shit, sorry.
yeah, put me back.
Sorry.
Has the doll.
Yeah, I put the two beds
Astrid,
together.
I need to go.
Did you just call her Argus?
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
Argus and Astrid.
Oh fuck. How many people start with an A in the script?
Okay,
You
so
could be like,
And we
Triple A.
did have a dolphin.
My character for your campaign also starts with an A.
okay.
we could be called the
Guys.
Triple A
We
and
put the
O.
18.
Triple AOG.
Yes.
Triple AOG.
Triple AOG. That's her new name.
Okay. So,
Until she leaves, if she leaves, then or I leave.
Or
a dolphin would have also made you guys the triple
Oh,
AOG.
yeah.
Argog.
No,
Argog.
I'm gonna change all the names that start with A to not A now because you've said that.
Oh.
Imagine if we have to get into alphabetical order.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's pretty easy.
you guys bed down in comfortable places, others not
No
so
way.
much.
The
But
chair is very comfortable.
now, as you guys go to sleep, I'd now like to ask Argus,
No.
what do you do? So in that time when they've been investigating, talking to the ghoul, what do you do?
Well, I summon the bad.
Okay.
And start jerking dancing.
The bird no longer has that scroll on it which you sent. It's gone.
I kind of.
Oh shit.
They go into the room, shut the door, plug you. That's what I imagine. He's
I'm like kind of horse lying on the bed, like with him on my arm, just kind of absentmindedly stroking him. And then I tell him to. I tell him to, just keep watch outside, and I snap him outside the mouse,
Okay.
and he's just like up on the
Circling.
roof.
Okay. I'd like you to make a perception check for me.
You have the stats.
Yeah. I have
Yeah, he does, he
I-
has a sheet
I
now.
made a sheet for him,
Oh shit. No way.
so he gets a
What is that?
sheet for my bird.
Oh.
He gets advantage on perception checks.
Because the bird.
Nighttime though. Does he have dark vision?
That's right, it'll just be a straight check.
It would be straight.
Straight.
What is he? And is he a
He's a
falcon?
falcon.
Oh.
So I'd like you to make a straight.
Get a cool bird like
Like an
that.
owl. Yeah.
Good pickup, Josh.
Have you seen how they walk?
Sorry, Tom.
No.
Owls. You haven't seen how
Have you
they
seen the
11.
heads?
11?
What?
Okay. Are you looking through his vision at this point at the start? No?
just tell
Okay.
him to-
They walk
if he
with their
sees
legs
anything,
up.
just
Let you know. Okay.
It's 100 feet telepathic.
And they like spread their wings out.
Okay, so,
Who's that?
Argus.
Owls.
He can do that.
Yeah, but he's not cool.
He's not now.
And bird of prey.
So, Argus.
He's
You-
So
So,
to the owl.
It's a very important topic.
I have
to
a
me.
weapon. I will fight you.
What,
My
in my
bird is
chair
cool.
while I'm sleeping?
Yep.
And you're locked in your room, probably listening up to like some
To My
Emo.
Chemical Romance.
yeah, romance.
Hey, Argus is a Green Day guy.
okay.
Yes.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
That's what they all say.
So,
Do they exist in Ultra?
Bunch
maybe.
of druids.
I'll have to think about that. They're a hardcore druid band.
My Chemical Romance, like the chemists, like
Bunch
is that
of
what their
artificers.
band is called?
My alchemist's romance.
Bunch of artificers.
So, Argus,
Yes.
is there anything else you do?
Have a restless sleep.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, he's
Argus,
got
right,
notes.
roll a death saving
He's
throw.
got notes for my sleeps.
I would like everyone to be especially quiet. So,
Well, it's been nice knowing you.
Argus.
Do you want us to leave the table?
No, you can stay here. Argus. As noticed before, and as always, sleep does not come easily, especially on this night. But your eyes eventually find a way to slowly go into a sad type of slumber. In this black void of just inky infinity, your consciousness slips away from your body, seemingly amorphous as you move off into some other type of existence.
Astral projection.
Something like that. You awake, not tired, but seemingly exhausted in
Oh.
this type of similar black void. You look down at your body, and it's as if there's normal light on you, but the surroundings are just black, nothing. As you're standing there, you feel this wind blowing into you just from face forward, as just slight, but there. And as you hear it, you can hear words coming along the breeze. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Argus.
Saying that. So, do you just, as you speak that into the wind, it grows stronger? Speaking again. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? As it does this, the wind grows stronger. I'd like you to make a strength check.
Just a check, no
Just a
saving
check.
throw.
See if you hold your ground.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So, as you hear these voices pushing into you, trying to drill into your mind, you just feel it push, and as if nothing, you start to shoulder through, hanging strong, but then walking forward into this wind. You walk closer, and as you continue to walk, you still hear the wind saying, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Argus, you bitch!
Going towards you. And eventually, as you say that, the wind subsides, and as you continue to walk, you see something else in this inky infinity. You're walking and you find a wall, endless, of green, vines and flowers. What do you do?
So is it just like endless that way?
Endless that way and
It's like
endless
that
that
scene
way.
from Over the Hedge.
Yeah.
I needed a reference.
Actually, that was brought up yesterday.
Who
was? Okay, we'll come back to that.
So there's no like stone or anything, it's just vine.
Nothing. Pure vine, grass, and flowers.
Can I put my arm through it? Like just not
So,
pushing hard, like
As
light
you
pressure.
walk towards it, your perception changes as if an optical illusion. You walk closer, and as you get closer, it does get, like, as bizarre as it does, it feels taller. And then once you get to a certain point, it is dwarfing you. And as you get to a certain point, it's like you keep walking, but you can't get any closer. You're just stuck in this constant movement where it is there and it just towers over you. I'd like you to make a perception check.
What do you perceive?
What do I perceive indeed? Seven.
Okay. Looking through this wall, you see nothing major or unique, but as you continue to try and walk forward, you see its features begin to change. Certain two areas in the top begin to move away to a bright kind of sunlight, giving two large circles below. A nose area forms outwards, and a face eventually forms, a feminine face. And again, with its mouth opening, this wind blasting towards you, it asks, "Who are you?"
Argus, I already said that. You know who I am.
Closes its mouth again and thinks, "Well then, what do you fight for?"
My fucking daughter, again, something you know.
What will you do to get her? How far will you go?
I think that was put on display.
Okay. So, as you say that, as if the answer seemingly rung true, the mouth of the Wild Mother opens and this huge gust of wind pushes you away, impossible to hold back from. And as it pushes you back, the floor beneath you gives way and you're just falling. You just see this wall become infinitely smaller as you begin to just trail away into darkness, falling, as this wind follows you down this inevitable black hole, until eventually reality seems to hit you again as you collide back. As you are still in darkness, you hear a familiar voice say, "You've seen great evil." You feel as your vision comes back to you and you see cobblestones beneath your feet, but snow on top of them. You look around and you see a familiar sight. You see 5 ghouls all in masks standing, 2 of them hunched over an unconscious dolphin biting into him as you stand there with your swords at your side but unable to save him. You watch as blood splatters out from bites, as your eyes widen. You can't grab him. You can't do anything. You're just stuck there. You sit there and watch as this scene fades. This blood splatters from the bite, and as you go to wipe it away, the scene changes. It's all different. You look as you're now in a scene you haven't seen before. You're on top of Palor's Light, that immense marble tower, and you see a sight which you haven't seen yet. There is a priest, presumably in white robes, or what's left of them, torn to sunder, pieces of them just barely hanging on, as he's got some kind of yellowish energy like shield that's beating away this ghoul who's got these massive tentacles, but not just sleek, but rather barbed on the end as it slams in, shattering whatever magic's left, and then just beating it to the side as this priest is left to slam into the side of this tower, seemingly removing and coughing up blood as he does so. As this ghoul with no mask, a face you remember from a long time ago, walks closer, you're again helpless. You look out over the white plains and you see that magical blast moving across. And as it slams into that mountain, you know all too familiar what happens as this massive crack just reaches up the side, tearing through the city, and you hear screams. You hear lots of screams, and you can't do anything to stop them. As this screams tear through, you eventually see as these strange tentacle-like formations raise again. They tear through down onto this priest again, but as they do so, they tear the reality of whatever vision you're in to pieces as it scales through, leaving watery like trail as it moves, making all the background so hard to see. And you're in an area which you've been brought to in dreams many times before. You're in an opening in a forest, but it's empty. What would you like to do?
Are there any pathways around?
There's nothing. You're in an opening. And it is green, lush, but the ground itself is torn with blades, marks, cuts, rock. What would you like to do?
Go and look up. Why are you showing me these things? Why not just be straightforward? Get louder than that.
Sure thing. So, no walking around, but just looking up to whatever sky is above you and speaking around. You ask. You see as from behind you in the bushes, some of the shrubbery comes to roll and tumble and form and rise. Vines begin to come out of the earth as rock and stone also become to form into this humanoid figure. It stands about 6 feet tall, feminine, a familiar figure. Walks up towards you, and she comes towards you and says, I've shown you the scene many times, over many visions. I did because I thought you might understand, but I'll show you again. So, as she says this, the surrounding environment begins to shift as you hear footsteps, running, screaming. And those shadowy figures emerge once again as they chase. They follow your daughter into this opening, and they all stand there. And she says, as you're watching next to you this time, you know, you've never been alone, Argus. You may have felt it many times, but you weren't. I always showed you this because I wanted to see what you would do when you're at your lowest, where you'd go. It's hard when you're a lonely god because you only get to pick one person, really. And I had to be sure I was picking the right one. And I'll be honest, at the time I didn't know if I was. But I want to see what you'd do regardless. And I want to see what you'd become with power. And as she says this, she says, just watch. So, as she says so, you see that familiar sight where they surround your daughter with ropes, entangle her and bind her down to the ground, and this larger, shadowy figure encumbers over, unleashing 2 swords from the side, and as it gets closer, the shadow fades. It grows less dark and more humanoid. It's a centaur. It has red hair and a bushy beard. It has blood splattered across its face and down its torso. It's got a maniacal grin from ear to ear coming across. And you just look on as it stares to you momentarily and raises both and then cuts through. Is there anything you do?
What the fuck is this?
It would appear this is what you're becoming. And if I'm honest, this is always a possibility. Power comes in many forms. And as I said, I showed this to you many times, but this isn't where it'll end. And then your vision changes again. You're back in that courtyard where the dolphin sits, but these ghouls are no longer there. It's you. Blood splattered, huge grin, 2 swords. Barreling down on a seemingly dead friend already as he continues to stab through. As this happens, she's still next to you in this snowy courtyard as it begins to fall ever so slowly, and she says, this apparently is the path you've chosen now. And should you continue, it's a path I can't follow. As you see, you begin to just impale over and over, blood going everywhere. As it happens, you see that wave of energy come again, cracking all your friends this time, swallowed up by this crack in the earth. You just hear their screams as you see your bloody figure turn towards them and just grin on as they fall. Killing is part of the natural order. It is. It's undeniable. I'll give you an example. Deer eats grass, then a bear kills the deer. Human kills the bear. The bear's remnants go underground and feed the grass so that the deer can eat it once again, which will be then killed by the bear, which will then go to the human. It's a cycle. And it happens a lot. And that's fine. I have no qualms with violence because I know that violence is a necessary part of what keeps us alive. But it would appear that you've overstepped your presence of violence, Argus. You see a vision of what you were doing in the manor as you're carving through these people, just one after the other. She says at first, as you're saving yourself, and that's fine. But unfortunately, you're not doing just more than that, aren't you? You're doing much more than that, aren't you? As you go through, you see beating these people to pulps, trisecting, pissing on them, going through and then just beating them to a pulp. And then it just goes dark once again as she just says, there is a balance, Argus. Everything doesn't need to be meaningless slaughter in turn, but it's your choice, and this is where I need you to make your final choice. Stay with me and help me as I help you. Or go on your own and deliver whatever punishment you deem worthy. And I fully accept that maybe that's not the way you'd like to do things, and if that's the case, then we shall be separate again, but not enemies. I know what you want to do. I know what you'd like to become. But I can't follow such a dark path anymore.
I asked you for help. Pretty sure I did multiple times on the way to the manor.
You did. And I heard.
But I didn't. You say that I did all the killing, and I did because I didn't hear anything from you. I don't know how this shit works. I'm not a vague person into riddles and shit. I'm straightforward. And you weren't. I can't cope with that.
I understand. I take it that's your answer.
So it seems.
She raised that hand. Very well.
So be it.
As she clamps, do you feel a weakening feeling? You see as your swords at your sides begin to shake and clatter as that ever so beautiful metallic slowly curls up the sides and up onto her hand as it just peels away. The ruby goes, the spike proceeds back into a pommel, the curved edges of the blade come back. Then you fall back asleep, and as you do, you just hear her say, "Farewell, Argus of the West. I wish you the best of luck and intention." And you fall asleep. And that's where your vision ends. Your last
On
one.
that bombshell, back to the studio.
Bro, we just witnessed a breakup.
Argus is an arrogant son of a bitch.
I was like that.
Right.
So it's more like that this time, yeah?
She could have found something
How
else.
about a song?
You wake up to the sound of a god-awful recorder. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
So,
Yeah, you'll need to.
nothing else happens for the rest of the night?
Not for you.
Can you count smash
I
it?
need Grayson to make a wisdom saving throw, though.
Oh, well, hey, would you like to be my champion? My name's Melora.
Alright. Spells.
Is that
What
just,
are these dots?
is that just
That's the wrong bag.
Yeah, is
But
it saving throw or just wisdom?
There's the ones that you have in
Yeah,
your head.
so
So if you colour it.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
no.
played my pencil, it was in the way.
Grayson is there.
I was really happy to
Does
wake
this
up.
sound like we've had a long rest?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
are we doing that
Do
now?
Restore hit points and spells.
And okay, so
Hit point spells.
So you've got all
Did
these
you use
spells.
any other abilities?
Okay.
no, I don't think so.
Well, if you did, you got that.
Okay. Okay.
Have fun.
Fuck.
So I'm,
Oh,
I'm
yes,
being
my
kind of
19
stingy
hit
here. Do I
points.
keep the
Yeah, back.
dual wield of fate?
You can keep the dual wield feat.
Does he
can-
have
is
two
it a
normal
choice,
swords?
or is it-
Or does he have...
Look, I've been thinking about this a lot. I know that now that you've lost that, dual wielder does not seem as appetizing as it once was.
Does he have two swords still or not?
He has two swords, but they
I have
are
a
the
bunch of
very
scimitars
same
if
as
you
they
want.
were when you first met him.
You don't know if he's lost them.
You don't know
Yeah,
yet.
but I just didn't get out of game.
I'd say.
That's right.
I'll say because at the time we didn't plan this, you're allowed to replace the dual wielder feat because
Game
you
group.
planned your character
Wow.
around it, and it only makes sense that
Would
you
that-
felt that
Would
way.
that
so,
be the fighting style as well?
um, from that level, as in like from level 4, are we basically redoing it? Is that what you're saying?
No, because I think level 1 I picked the dual wielding fighting style, which means I add my damage to the.
I'll
to the
say
effect.
at that level it makes sense because you did use two swords, but I'll let you replace the dual wielder feat.
Okay. No.
Okay. So,
Well then I don't know if I'll
Natural
get rid
one?
of it then.
Yeah, fuck.
I don't think. So
Let's try
say
it.
goodbye to these
That's
spells.
Find a
guys.
stone mask.
Oh no!
Sorry, what?
It's a
You
joke.
don't understand.
okay.
He's turning to that, but that's not the same thing.
I was really,
Good thing I'm not in the room.
of all the
We fucked up.
of all the nights, I was really hoping it wouldn't be tonight too. Okay.
We can just
It's
post
like,
it.
it's
Don't worry
like
about
when
it.
Yeah, so I have
press
root
like
again.
right, just
Right,
staring
yeah,
at
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So,
My dagger is made of silver.
I've got a bunch of light cantrips and destroy undead.
this will give Tom time to
I
fix
think
his
it's
stuff.
useful
So
to
Alex.
Boomerang.
Okay.
I mean, fireworks, right?
Yes.
It's like the solution to algebra.
Okay then. Once again, into the
I changed my name to Aaron Fire Rider.
fire rider. No.
Aaron Firewall.
Okay. So,
Aaron the Pyromancer.
My bug. Arsonist.
Josh, can you check my sheet to make sure that I've fixed everything?
they call me.
Alright, sorry.
That's okay. It's all good. It's fine.
So I just did my hit points and my spells, is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
You just gotta
Once again,
AC down to 0.
once again,
It's not my-
silence for the Sam.
Oh no. We're not gonna wake up.
Okay. So,
Okay, you're done.
Grayson, going to sleep with the rest of your friends in your room, you feel comfortable. Fine. Nothing's out of the ordinary. Nothing should be. You've just won a battle. And as you go to bed, you tuck in and you feel that same urge, that pull. You know what it means, but you couldn't put a word to it.
It's puberty.
And you,
He's hitting puberty.
so as you continue, you know what you have to do. So you go to your bag. Well, you wait for the rest to start sleeping first. But as you do with your natural dexterity, you sneakily go to your bag.
Where's
And-
his bag?
On him.
Oh, good.
You go to your bag and you pull out a book. A nice bedtime story, some might
You
think.
get the wrong ones.
The Book of Moon.
You pull out a familiar book with a red ruby on the front, gold binding.
It's just vampire pen pal.
It's the first blood sacrifice we did.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Not
Believe
not
it, I
many.
have no idea what else you would.
Wait, you had a second?
So,
We don't talk about it.
upon pulling out the book, you open the pages and once again, blank. All of them. But you know what to do. You go to one of your bags, you pull out a dagger, and you cut across the palm. The blood pools out. I'll say because you're taking a long rest, that damage will be negated, so it won't matter in the long run. But you cut across, and the blood. Yeah. and the blood falls onto the page. But it doesn't do what you normally imagine. First of all, just before you pull, you see these runes flash onto the page, very large, and that's what tells you need to cut. As you does so, the blood falls, but instead of seeping into the paper, it just floats on top of it for a moment, as you see it pull into the middle, and then it begins to move and shift and change and warp around the page as it moves around into different shapes, eventually creating a type of scene. It creates...
Painting the picture.
It essentially is. It paints before you...
Another one.
It paints before you a scene, a forest, on the side of a field, like a breaking point between the two. And as you look into the page of the darkened now blood, you see it slowly gain more colour, as that deep, dark maroon slowly glows into a vibrant red, at which it encompasses your vision and the light is too much to back up from, as it just flashes and you're almost blinded, you're covering for your eyes, but you lose all sense of direction, all sense of thought and location. As you come to and you're breaking your eyes, you wake up with itching grass in the back of your head, and you pull off, and you're in some kind of forest surrounded by trees and different kinds of shrubbery, but all a shade of darkness, not green or black. Make a perception check for me.
What do you see?
17.
You look around, and it's like a normal scene, but the colours have just been filtered in a bizarre manner. The sky is a deep red colour. The moon is still white, but it shines through as if piercing this type of velvet. Coming around, you see, as you look, stepping around, the grass is like an extreme brown, and as you walk through, your feet trail red as you walk around. But it doesn't just trail from your footsteps now, it trails behind you into the bushes. What do you do?
I'll follow it.
So, surrounded by forestation, you walk through following these bloody foot trails, and as you do, you look down at your feet, and as the blood, this trail leaves, it seeps into the ground, killing the grass around you. It just goes to town. And it just seemingly leaves a burning mist as it comes up, and you're walking through, going deeper into this forest. There's no sounds of animal life, there is no sounds of humanoids, there is nothing. Until you come across it. You walk and walk and walk until you come across a kind of small opening. You continue and then you stop as you see a strange humanoid creature hunched over on the ground, two palms beaten into the dirt, long black thick hair just covering most of its facial features, its ebony skin entirely encompassing to the point where you can't even make out where the arms begin and encompass. It is one solid colour, and you can't tell what the differences about it are. As you approach, I'd like you to make a stealth check. 18? Okay. As you do so, you think you know that you are stealthy enough to get under the radar here, and you walk closer, investigating. But as you do so, you feel this pain, this guttural pain, and you look down to your palm where you'd cut yourself, and it's now glowing a lightish yellow colour. As you feel this, you look up as you hear a slight snarling. You look up, and this creature's eyes are glowing that same yellow, and parted through the long and manky hair, you can see it looking up at you. This drool spitting out of its mouth, and its hunched over form coming up to form a 13-foot creature, lanky long arms, unable to encompass the surroundings, as it just stands up, and as it looks at you, and you're just looking back at it in horror, it raises one long leg towards you after the other as it starts to step. What do you do?
Run away.
Do so.
The best strategy.
I'm
Right.
trying to engage in conversation.
So-
he is a 14-year-old child. What do you expect?
So-
I've read this long over.
Running away from this creature, you seem to.
Do I have weapons?
You have everything on you.
Oh, fuck yeah. Alright.
So, running away, you run back. Do you run back the direction you came?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as you continue to run, you can hear it behind you, but you've got more pace than it. You can get faster. So, so as you're running through, you eventually make it out of the forest. The leaves and the trees whipping past you as you go, and just leaving little slashes and gashes. But that doesn't bother you. You just keep going. You know what's behind. And as you keep going, you eventually break out into this field, and you see this scene before you. The dark redness of the sky across the landscape. You can see it where it parts with the world. And on that edge, you see this castle-like structure. It's broken in various places. It's just the silhouette you can see of black castle. It's all shattered on one side. It seems as if something had happened to it long ago. But as you look around, you see, and in the grassy fields, maybe about 100 feet from you, you can see this glow, this reddish glow from a familiar book.
Alright, let's go. Let's go in.
Okay. As you go
What's the worst that could happen? Am I
As you
right?
go towards it, you hear this creature behind you again, leading out this guttural sound as it tries to chase you down. But as you look behind, you just keep running, and you get to the book. What do you do?
Double. Is the book the same as mine?
It's the same as yours, except the gem, the ruby, is now glowing bright.
My name is Tom
Touch the gem? I don't know.
Okay, you go touch the gem, nothing happens. You go,
With the
yeah, you do that, nothing happens. You smear the cover.
Touch.
touch the gem.
You can hear it getting closer. What do you do?
Yeah, let's open it up.
Okay, as you
Time
open.
draws near, Samuel. Make a decision.
As you open it, that same foresty vision is in there, and the colour is once again bright, and it dulls down. And as it does so, your same vision begins to go over as blood just seems to roll over your eyes and obscure your vision. But it seems to pull you from whatever reality you're in. As you do so, you clamber to your surroundings, your existence. You've come back to consciousness, but you're not in the same room you were in before. Make a perception check.
17.
You're outside of the Twigton Manor, somewhere between the forest and the grassy fields, with a book in your hand and a bloody hand in the other. Your bloody hand.
Fuck.
Wait, did he cut off his hand or?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll bleed out. What the fuck?
No, because you have your bloody hand in your other hand. I meant like.
And that is where your vision ends.
Am I allowed to use the brute? It is unearthed arcana.
If it's in... Is it the rules?
It's unearthed arcana.
Okay, fine. Go on.
I'm glad I had a lovely night of sleep. No nightmares at all.
No visions.
Make a
no
wisdom
dreams.
saving.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Dane.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 12.
You get a migraine. And it...
Oh,
You don't
shit.
restore any hit points. In
No,
fact, you
I've got
lose
3 hit-
whatever you had left.
All my
You are
weapons
dead.
lose, and I'll get a D4.
You die on yourself.
Just
You
like
trust
my
too much.
Okay. So...
But then I'll be like, you'll be like Teddy Roosevelt.
You gotta speak to the dead on me.
Death couldn't take him while he was alive, so he had to take him in his sleep.
Okay. So...
He's just too powerful.
Jeff couldn't take him while he was alive. Had to take him when he was dead.
That's how it works.
So, morning comes too, and I'd like to know what you all do.
9.
Like I wake up after my wonderful rest of sleep.
You do notice that,
My mind greatness.
Grayson, you wake up in the morning, so you're outside in the morning.
Hey, what's Grayson?
Where's Grayson though?
You had
Vision.
to-
It's like sleepwalking, but vision walking.
I guess as soon as he gets up,
He was
starts packing.
I think we should check on all this.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I'd also like
Arias?
Side.
I don't know.
With your passive perception, you can hear him rummaging around in there.
Can we have a chat? You alright?
Grayson, you're welcome to walk back inside.
Yeah,
if you'd
yeah,
like.
it's getting cold in here. I'd like to come back
Before
inside.
I go,
Yes.
is there anything in the
Uh,
drawers?
yeah,
Can I?
No, they'd already
Don't-
emptied them.
Right. Okay.
I can't hear you, fuck you.
Argus will eventually shift it and walk
Clean
out.
blood.
You just dripping walk past.
Bird is on his shoulder.
Bloody
Yeah,
loves
he just
that
kind of
anyway.
pushes.
Wait,
You
birds
added-
are
Oh, yes.
familiar via your Eldritch,
Nothing's out
mate.
of place.
Oh yeah,
Bird's
Bird is
gone.
dead.
Oh,
You killed the
I
bird.
forgot about Bird.
made a sheet for him and everything.
I bought you
Yeah.
that name.
Wait, would this have changed your decision?
No.
I was-
It doesn't full on push past, but just kind of
Argus, wait,
cruise
wait.
past.
You alright?
Catch him with the
Where you
net.
going?
Argus.
Argus,
Argus, talk to us.
I'll go.
where you going?
Go get my daughter.
Argus,
Right now?
you.
I'm gonna search the office for fine liquor.
Argus,
Oh, fuck.
Make a investigation check.
Argus, you can't go
I've
by
already-
your daughter.
I only just
Just
wake
by
up,
yourself.
people, like walking past me. I
We
was
have a
so
job to
sick
do.
let-
You still sleep?
I've just woken up like as soon as we left.
18.
There is no liquor in this office.
No liquor?
Argus,
It's like pulling out the drawer.
Yeah.
you can't possibly
Man, he's
think it's a
having
good idea to
existential
go by
crisis,
yourself.
you see?
Get your guns. Didn't you see what just happened? If it wasn't for Astrid here, you would have died. I mean, a minute later, you would have been dead.
And I'm assuming she's in a similar sort of base to this one.
Probably even more guarded than this.
Imagine
I
if he's
mean-
not.
I missed her twice by a week.
Yeah.
And you want me to
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
You can't just go rushing into these things.
Well, you're gonna miss her forever.
Well, where are you
going
going to go anyway?
And die.
Do I see his swords or anything?
Like,
Well,
well, with your
I
passive
rest-
perception, with your passive
I rest
perception,
my hands on them a lot, so.
well, even the pommels now.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
if you look at someone and you see them visibly rest on their swords,
Are you even? Where are your swords? You can't possibly just go out there without any weaponry.
oh no, these are the same swords.
I don't look.
Have
How
a
to
visit. I pull out Celine. You know.
It looks plain like.
It is plain. It's nowhere near as shiny as it was before. It is actually dented in some places.
Got a visit from Melora.
How did it
My
go?
ex-wife. God.
She said I was going down the path, but that's the table
You're definitely. You're definitely hitting the wall off the roof on that one.
She said, "Oh,
She's done.
She said I was going down a
There's
path
like a fan
she
there.
couldn't follow.
hits his head."
From my perspective, she was letting me go down that path, so
I mean,
we parted ways.
And you also manage.
so you're gonna go after this thing weaker than you were before.
I don't think I'm much weaker.
You
know what?
lost your swords. What are you on about?
I don't feel that powerful magic anymore, but
I mean,
I
I
just rubs
understand.
his biceps. I do feel fresher.
listen, I don't know gods. It didn't take. I didn't learn all these magic spells over one night. I had to spend constant time in the temple praying.
I don't know about any of that.
Maybe it wasn't.
She didn't tell me how to do it. I was gonna ask you, but when I asked her, she didn't answer. That's what I was looking for, and she couldn't offer it.
So what's your plan? You're just gonna go alone? No help from God? No help from us?
Well, a dolphin was from Balston. I was gonna try and track down his family, see if I could call in a favour for returning their son's body.
A dolphin was from Valenbrol.
Oh, was he?
Honestly, it was from Valinor.
Really?
Valis Dawn, Valenbrol, they're similar.
Yeah, I think they are the same on the map.
No, they're
They are
different
the same-
now.
Oh, they're different now.
Yeah, I'll give you the map back. You can use
He
this
just
to.
goes to a different
I
town and
swear
doesn't
I
find
remember
them there.
Velis Dawn.
It's Valenbrol.
It's Valenbroa.
Yep.
That makes a difference.
Does it?
Argus still thinks it's Velis Dawn. Are you guys gonna tell him any different?
Argus, I need your help.
But,
And I think you need our help. And I'm willing, as soon as we wrap this up, to immediately go help you with your problems.
Blood sacrifice.
How long is this gonna take?
As soon as we get free the city. We'll go straight away. I'll go at least. You guys want to go?
I'll go.
Yeah, I'm good.
What else do we gotta do?
Argus is gonna walk out.
Some extra coin.
He's gonna. If you guys want to follow,
Yeah, we'll follow. Are you going
He's-
upstairs?
Like
He's going
sitting in
down.
the
Hold on, hold on.
We haven't checked upstairs yet.
No, we
Yeah,
haven't.
isn't that guy still downstairs?
No,
He's
he's
dead. The
Not the
ghoul
ghoul?
probably ate it and ran.
Oh.
yeah, Argus goes downstairs.
Okay.
You know, this would have
You
been
go
so much
downstairs
cooler
and you
if we
see-
were all sitting down and we just kind of stand up and we're like, I'm in.
Son of a bitch.
As you do
I'm
that,
in.
Argus is already walking away.
I'm walking beside
And then
us.
we just have to like run after him again.
Still with the arms crossed, just.
I'm in.
But where is?
I mean, do you have anything
I'm
to
in.
heal yourself with? Like,
Argus pulls out a singular potion.
one
Singular
potion.
And it's kind of weird. I can like tense my muscles and my
Yeah, I've seen you do
scars
that
with
before.
claws.
But that's like
My scars were close.
Can you like take like a half and strike that potion? And just-
Healing via pure willpower.
That's what second wind is.
I know.
How much gold do you have on you?
Are you just gonna
About 600.
Grayson is
That's not
rolling it
enough
right
for
now.
plate armor. If you come
No, it's
closer,
not.
we can go.
Plate armor's 15.
Yeah, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
If we go up to the town and get some gold, we can stock up on supplies. We can get in there, free your daughter.
No, we could. Argus is looking for liquor.
In
Does he
this,
find it? Tell me
make
now.
another investigation check.
Argus-
Downstairs. You're downstairs, by the way.
The cellar.
I assume.
Sure.
Da Sella.
Yeah, another
We
18.
haven't checked.
Okay.
We
Downstairs?
checked
Okay.
upstairs.
Yeah, there could be like guys up there. Still.
So first,
What?
they would have come
Why
down.
didn't you
Right
tell
now.
me
Sure.
this?
So
First,
first,
would have tried to make a run for it and seen Astrid.
first of all,
What a fun.
going down the stairs, you see a smattering of bones and blood on the floor,
Yes,
presumably
I find out
left
busy.
by your friend,
I
who
don't have
had
any
feasted
friends.
away. He's also not gone yet. He is still downstairs. He's still sleeping. It appears that he is extremely heavily wounded, and he's in a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sleeping on top of one of the carriages. There's two left.
Argus kind of gives a disgruntled look to Ordain
Bruh.
What? He's a.
and continues looking for liquor.
Okay. Where are you gonna look next?
He is.
So there's none downstairs.
None
And here we
downstairs.
go up the stairs.
Okay, all the way up.
Oh,
This is how we're investing.
you want booze, my man?
Booze ain't gonna fix your problem.
I don't care if it's gonna fix.
Upstairs.
Give me a
Dark Crib.
So these are two fire pits. One there, one there. They're quite
Is
large.
there any liquor in the fire pit?
In the
I mean,
fire
it'd be
pit,
burning.
with your intelligence,
Mm.
yes, thank you. With your intelligence, no, there's no liquor in the fire pit. There are two sleeping bags. If you'd like to look in them.
Well, is there any liquor in the sleeping bag?
Investigation check.
Investigation check.
Dark Crib.
Should I mention I have a wineskin on me?
Whoa! 23.
There is
I just
actually.
like picks up the sleeping bag and just.
In both, out of one of the sleeping bags, there is a small flask.
Full of water.
Still like old milk.
So can we see like the holes in the building now?
From up here,
Yeah.
it appears that this level, because through the illusion, this looks like a second level,
Mm.
but almost
just
all
the
the
roof.
walls are gone,
It's just
and the roof, there's no roof. There's it's open, and you can see how easily they saw you coming, how they leaned down over, and that's a large chimney in the middle that comes up.
Yeah.
But
I mean-
in the reality, it is
Are the
broken.
fire
asunder.
pits still burning?
They're heavily smouldering.
No, throws the sleeping bag over the edge.
Okay.
Pockets the flask.
Listen, look, two archers nearly single-handedly beated you, and
Well, if I could see them, they would be dead.
But what
But
if
what
you
if you
see him all
cannot?
the time.
what if you need somebody to help
Wait, are
you?
we all upstairs?
Yeah, I without showing, I imagine you're up there talking while he's walking.
Can I leave?
There you are.
Oh, you're in the fire.
Fuck.
I did a sick flip though, so.
Mm.
Kick flip.
So as you're standing there on the roof in the cold morning air,
With
what do you
great
do?
power comes great.
Straight away,
I promise.
as soon as it's done.
As soon as it's done, we go. We won't stay around to like help them rebuild or anything. We're out. Say goodbyes. Say we have some.
And I get plate armor.
Are we the
Can we look for the source of this?
No, I'll buy you
illusion?
drinks. I will buy you drinks.
Do you reckon you can spur some of these
Hold
some
on.
money?
If we can find the source of this illusion, take it and then sell it, I'm pretty sure it'll be enough to cover plate armor.
Look, I'm willing to help you buy some plate armor as well. I don't want you to leave.
We
Through this month,
I'll buy your friendship.
Yeah.
Are we the Avengers? We just find some people and dip.
yeah.
No, we want to be the Guardians of the Galaxy. We stay together as a family.
Oh, gets again.
Alright.
Does that mean one of us dies we turn into like a baby?
Is Argus gonna turn into a baby?
I am Argus.
Serious case of Benjamin Button.
Just will be the 7 foot.
Oh, that's right. Hey, this morning I'd like you to make an animal handling check
Oh yes.
because you're
It is eating your finger.
your guard drink as you wake up. It's actually not on you, like sleeping next to you. It's chewing the side of the bed,
Oh yeah. I'm like.
and it's made
Can I-
it's made some progress. Like
Is
this.
it like
Feed it?
poison?
You've got plenty of meat.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, that'll be part of the animal handling check, but just make a check to see how well you can tell it to not do that.
Is he next to me?
He's not very good.
What's your animal handling bonus?
You've got an alright wisdom.
2?
2, so it's a 9.
Okay.
I should have asked you for guidance. I could have
Does
done
it-
Or,
So-
you know, ask someone to help.
Doesn't no. This isn't a help thing. This is a because if he wants to connect with this dragon, he can't get any outside help.
it. bites your hand.
So basically, as you're like, "Ah, come on, Barry, come on. so
Bazza,
Barry, Bazza. So as you go up, it like you persuade it away, but it gives you a nibble. Like it bites you a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
biting, no.
Okay,
like pisses
Barry.
on the bed.
Barry.
Naughty boy!
Okay, that's that for the moment. It's okay. He's still a baby, so he's not rebellious yet.
Eat this.
Yeah, okay. You give him some of that salty meat you got.
Something that you
Can
can
you
actually
That
digest.
appeases him for a
Oh,
while.
you go downstairs.
Okay.
Fine,
Argus is
like,
heading downstairs.
items that need
Is there any money on the poker table?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know if
they
you
already
know
took it
what
all.
Took it all.
Pretty much everything in
We
this
made
place.
this place clean.
Oh, you guys have
How much-
ravaged the
like,
place.
15,
It
Is
is
there any other place Argus could think that there might be
Okay.
liquor?
Everyone has
The bedroom,
free-
maybe?
You're Argus.
Argus is
16.
going to check the bedroom.
100 each.
Go take a look.
Everyone
son.
has 300 gold worth of gems each.
We do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
You
so
found
it's at
1500.
500
Natural
gold.
20.
Yeah.
So
There
it's
better be some liquor.
There is
100 gold
a
as well.
small
Wait, do we add
glass
100
of
gold?
Yeah, add
like,
100
there's
gold
small
and add
glass. I don't know how you didn't see it last night in the
300
main
gold worth
room
of gems.
that is corked
Do you do?
of a
Like
brown
glass bottle?
liqueur.
How big?
It's like this.
Is it like one of
Because
those
you found
aeroplane?
15.
Yeah, it's like that. It's
Jack-
essentially that. Jack Daniels.
Jack
He
Daniels.
has 120 and
That's what it
underneath
is.
it, you're right.
Yeah.
On the
I mean, hey,
you're
it's a
right.
good brand at the very least.
3 gems of 100
Argus
gold.
angrily pockets the tiny bottle.
You can make a
of
cocktail
whiskey.
out of that.
August, you have
August is
you have 100 GP and 3 gems of.
Now, it's worth mentioning that those gems are rough gems, so it's rough 1500 GP. So if you go to trade them,
So-
it'll
Wait,
be
1500.
It-
What's it?
We got total
There's-
1500.
yeah 1500
No,
gold
Oh, I
worth.
thought you meant they were worth 1500.
No, not each.
They're
No.
It's like-
So we got
gems.
100 GP and then the 300 worth of
Yeah.
gems.
You
3
assume
gems.
that they were
3
either
gems, assume one.
you assume that they were either payment or something they were going to trade. You don't know which, but they were in a very heavily armed.
So do we
safe.
all write those down?
Yes.
Yeah,
You have
Yeah,
3
so
ge-
3 rough gems, 100 GP each.
Okay.
And you
No,
have
they're
100
Can I
GP.
borrow
Yes.
a rubber?
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
One
I have one here too. If
And
anyone
you
else
have
needs.
100 GP if you haven't added that.
Okay.
That is significantly more than I had previously.
How much do you have there?
Let's see.
113.
Argus has
What did you
over
send that
1,000
directly
gold
to you?
now.
Okay.
Yeah, you just put a 1 in front of the
You
number.
got 40 platinum. Oh my
Unless you had
Yeah.
Yeah, we
400,
all do. I
yeah.
got 41.
100.
Yeah, from the collector, he only plays in
Yeah.
pack. He
I
only
only have
pays.
19. Oh yeah, I bought a bag.
Yeah, you did. You bought some stuff from
If
Seller.
Argus could just find 500 gold lying around, that would be pretty epic, I would say.
It would be pretty
He
epic.
would just splurge it all on armor.
I had
It would
13 previously. I just
Pretty
And he
epic.
needs 500 gold
Yes.
left.
and then I had
So-
20
500
gems worth 100 GP.
Roughly. Like you would have to buy. You have to say,
Yeah.
look how nice these
60.
gems look.
Thousands.
I roll for
He has
persuasion.
1,070 gold. And 4 copper and 5 silver.
It doesn't matter. It's
It
still an
doesn't matter,
18.
it's 18.
Alright, I still have. You have the dark vision gold, don't you?
Huh?
You have
Yeah,
the
he
dark
has
vision.
it.
Yeah, I got them.
So just so you guys are aware, this is the 32nd day of your contract on which you had gotten
Well,
21
we've
days.
been here for a month.
I mean, you've been here for like 3 days.
So it's the 32nd
Like,
day
active
since you
value
picked up the
notice on
deal
this guy.
to do
It's
this,
like
and you
wait.
said and you were able to ascertain 21 days to do the job.
Oh, fuck.
No, we sent Arden.
Oopsies.
Oh, yeah, but he's gone.
You did. And by the
We
way,
delivered it.
if you
Yeah, he
forgot,
did.
this is what you sent him. If you guys want to read it, to make sure that's what you sent. That's what you sent Gildan.
I mean, if you gave me another day,
Lord Gildan of the House Rylith, heir to Aramor.
Do you
We
want
have
to play like
secured
a
an
Griffin
army
sword?
of 2,000 dwarves and gnomes of Deep Hall. We shall be ready to ride in 2 suns, one from when you receive this letter. Prepare your most loyal men for the upcoming battle.
And
Or
if I remember correctly, you said that like 10 days ago.
fuck.
It's a massive army. It's going to take a while to march.
Oh
down.
no, it is, but that was including the time that you thought it would take. Unfortunately,
You said we ride in 2 suns.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was,
doesn't
yeah.
mean arrive.
that was
Yeah.
clever wording.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's a
like
little-
16 intelligence.
Yeah.
okay.
Then you can't use the spell potion.
So,
No, but I can use to look for liquor.
so in this cold morning, what are you guys doing?
Is this dawn?
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Have
not
you
quite
arrived?
dawn. I'd say it's like about
Do you wanna-
10.
Do
Do
you
you want to
wanna-
hop on my back?
It's probably 9 or 10.
Do you want to
I
speak
don't.
with the dead before we go?
Sorry.
The captain's still there. He only took the ones from that room, so the captain's still
Oh
there.
shit!
I cast Pot of Grief.
You gotta cast on the captain.
No, fuck off.
Oh, we just leave him.
Why not?
He
Are
doesn't
we
want to
going to
waste.
cast it or
I
not?
don't care about him.
I mean, look how we've got to go to here and here.
Yeah, but what does the captain have?
Ah, there it is.
I don't know.
They might know something.
You might know
Ah,
where you
notes.
Yeah,
So many.
That's a good thing.
Do
Argus
you,
wants to
do
speak
you want
to
to do it or not? It's up to you, because we don't know yet the spell.
Yeah, no.
No, we don't. Do you have any spells that allow us to talk to this son of a bitch?
Give me a day to prepare.
Wait, hold on. So you
I
have
could
the
provide
so you
with-
have the spell, but you don't
We
want to
don't-
use it, and
Yeah,
I
I
don't
asked
have
the
a
question. Did she answer my question? As I looked to the 3 spellcasters.
Sorry.
Roll deception.
deception.
Wait, no.
Do you have the spell that will
What
allow
did
me?
you say?
Do you have a spell that will allow me to speak with this son of a bitch?
What's about the captains?
Talk with him.
It sounds like
I don't know
necromancy.
what fucking dollar is,
I
eh?
don't know where it is.
I know the city, but it's a big fuck off city.
That is wrong.
Velasdorm. But like
They're
I said,
easily confused.
They are easily
fuck off
confused.
City.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Like last time.
Oh shit! Is he?
No, no, I don't have it.
Oh,
You don't have it.
you gonna roll insight?
Wait, are you
Hell
just
yeah,
trying
man.
to speak to this dead
I'm
person?
No, he's
He's
trying to.
deceiving
He doesn't
you.
want to use a spell.
Oh.
Oh, but you got good deception. I don't have proficiency.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna.
Oh god, you're fucked.
14 plus 8, that's
22. You need to get like
You're
a
gonna
nat.
get 22.
Wait, was
It's the
my
insight.
insight?
It's intelligence, isn't it?
It's the plus 3. It's wisdom.
You need a
You
19 or higher.
Please don't get
Come on, baby.
Come on.
She's lying.
That's the
Holy
new
shit!
dice as well.
That's fucking crazy! So, as you look deep into Astrid's eyes as she says this, you know that she's smart with her words, and you come to see
Well,
through
if she
her.
doesn't have it, let's just leave. I mean,
I lean in real close, and I'm going to try and intimidate her.
Okay, with strength, I assume.
Yes, using my
What do you-
strength.
Can she like roll insight?
No, it's not.
Against intimidation?
Fuck with me.
What do I do?
So, you do nothing at the moment, so I just need to see this first.
Natural 20.
Okay, there's no. Yeah, okay. You,
Oh my god!
So first of all, as you're looking into his eyes, you just have flashbacks to the night before when you see this man
Covered in blood.
trisect, bisect. In fact, Argus still has remnants of the dried blood. He hasn't cleaned
I
any of it
don't
off.
Like Astrid just remembers.
He
that
looks
she
like
was
a
covered
man
in
who's
blood.
gone through hell and survived by making Satan his bitch. He is. he is.
You have flashbacks of
He
Argus
is
going,
crazy.
I am not having
I got a new
good time.
pet. His name's.
Oh, God, I can't get the image.
Argus went through hell and
Astrid
made
is
Satan.
now trying to leave as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to go.
Cast.
Argus went to hell and made Satan his bitch.
Is it you that asks the questions, or is it me?
What a way to start the
You would
year.
like to say, what's your favorite one? Me?
I knew it.
She has, I rolled a nat 20 for that's a 28.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're scared.
You are not going to.
Mate, you are
fuck with me.
pissing
You're
your
going to do it.
I'm not pissing my pants. I don't want anything to do with
It's
pants.
canon. Whenever August rolls well, it
Fine, you're
happens.
shooting yourself.
Do you have an extra
Fuck up!
Did you wear the brown skirt?
Okay,
Put 'em
yeah,
on the floor.
that's what. Sorry, I am.
You should use your wing to make him Argus scared.
I just wasted a level 3 spell slot.
I hope you don't need healing, because you're not gonna get any from her.
Maybe just
Okay,
cast
no
the
more
spell.
support class.
Right, what do I do? So,
You just
I
cast
have
the
to kill.
spell. So you
So-
just,
And then I'm
Your
going to tell you
spell.
3 questions and you ask.
Now, if I recall, this person was killed by the channel divinity.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. I just wanted to make sure because I
Yes.
yeah.
Or Jane King.
shut up, Boomer.
Be gone thought. It's so good. It matches perfectly as well. It's just the best.
Or it gets all the skills wrong.
Be
You
gone
baby.
thought. Thought. Okay.
Oh shit, it comes!
Oh, I can ask up to 5 questions.
Yes, you can. However, if I recall, the spell does not make them answer any questions because they, as in, if they know you're an enemy, they're not going to say, shit, my boss's house is in yonder place.
They didn't see us though.
Well, why don't you cast a zone of truth?
They didn't see us though.
True.
Yeah,
The
that's-
captain
They only
didn't-
seen.
The captain
Me
saw
and
you, you and him.
You 3 fuck off.
Now let me just,
What's
What's
this
this
outside?
guy stay
let me
I'm
check
gonna
something.
wait outside.
I need to check something real quick.
Do I have a rape whistle in my equipment?
I think you got it right here.
Oh, I feel like Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
You. Fuck off.
Oh,
That's
it's
how he got his new subclass.
Arden Ramsey!
He got proficiency in cooking.
Zone of Truth. You create a magical zone that guards against
I am
deception
not casting Zone of Truth, fuck off.
No.
until a
I
spell.
guess isn't asking
Wait,
us.
so what feat do you have now?
He can literally just
I
stand
get a
up.
+1 to strength, so now I have 20.
You know those people who like to kick
Standing
up,
up
people
takes
on their own
5 feet of movement,
That's
not
what
It's like that,
half.
but with a horse.
I have climbing speed. Climbing takes no extra movement,
Shit.
so I can climb 50 feet.
So are you telling me with just your arms you're
Yeah.
doing this?
How's that working?
Yeah.
It's half go.
Long jump, and high jump don't take extra movement.
Oh, nice. So
It's
it's
just
just
5 feet.
it's just the
I
Five feet
I
run
just
up.
turned into a
Okay.
goat. Half go.
Yeah,
And mount.
he just like leaps.
Grants?
He like digs into the
Stand
mountain.
parallel to the mountain. He just like jumps.
Holy shit.
Okay. So,
Oh no, I prefer the fact.
dead body.
sure,
Josh.
this was his body.
Oh,
I
thank you.
prefer that he just
He's
smacks his
dead.
hand
So-
into the rock
He's still
and
there.
just pulls himself up.
Gets the massive.
That's my
thing.
headcanon.
No, I think
No, just his
warlocks.
hands.
Yeah.
That's monk.
Oh no, that's right. This guy was. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this guy got the arrow through the middle of the face. So,
This guy.
It still has the arrow.
yeah, he saw it. So,
I'll stay
so you
outside.
go up and you cast a spell. How do you cast a spell? Like what matter? Do you use hands? Do you use verb?
Sorry, how do I?
No, you can do it however you want. I'm just asking how would you
It's your
like to do it.
Skibbly dibbly.
You're
Yeah,
a
so
bard.
like-
Are you like a
The way
dirt?
you
Wait,
call
are you like a? Are you gonna be like a dirge singer? Or are you gonna sing the dead?
What?
It always ends up with that.
Yeah. So-
And then I can speak with him.
Yep. So you hear as
Abracadabra, bitch. Talk to me.
you hear as Astrid pulls
You're gonna
out
be
that
over of time by the end of this.
you see as Astrid pulls out the recorder, and she begins to play. This low guttural sound comes out, which,
Guttural from a recorder?
well, in this case, with the spell's magic,
Magic recorder.
with this magic imbued, she begins to do
It
this
just goes-
tune, and you can hear it come out slowly. This low, somber tune.
Is that how it sounds? That's not guttural.
Ah, yes, harmonize it.
So-
Integrates for 2 towns and a forest.
You hear as that low tune just billows through.
Fish people here.
Of course.
Yeah.
Alright.
Come back. Never mind.
And as the tune goes through, you see as Astrid begins to focus and this slight glow on the eyes appears as she begins to cast a spell. And as the music travels, you just see inhaling from the mouth goes, the lungs inflate slightly as the breastplate, which is on top now, slowly rises. The arrow inside that goes through the top of the head slightly kilters as one of the eyes opens, but the other one inside is like kind of rolled past through the socket as the arrow's carved through. It kind of looks up, and as it's sitting on the ground, it just it's come back, but it's not like a resurrection where everything's come together. The spirit is intact, but the body is just mangled. As it looks, as you
First question.
as you speak, his jaw just goes down as it looks towards you.
Aluga.
And what'd you say? How are you going?
Oh, hello there. How you doing?
Is that one of the questions?
Yeah.
First question.
He looks
That
up.
is the first.
Looks up. He goes.
I'm polite.
I've been better.
Oh, that's great to hear, isn't it? It's like you're on a talk show.
So tell me a bit about yourself.
Welcome to Speak with the Dead.
So what's your age?
That was that. Do you
He-
actually?
Yeah,
ask
she
that?
did.
He said that.
did.
Dogs.
Do you have a particular interest in red-headed centaurs?
I got a 28 intimidation. This shouldn't be happening. You're
This
just
is his third level spell he's
Yeah.
wasting, so.
He goes.
Oh, well, care to tell me where you took her? You haven't told me anything apart from this one.
I told you to ask her who is.
Who's
So that's your fourth question, or was it third?
Fourth, he has one question.
Fourth, really?
He asked his age.
Yes,
Oh! Shit, alright, this is your last question.
Who purchased the lady?
She hasn't been purchased.
Fuck. You should have asked who he was working for. Dumbasses.
Well, you weren't there to tell us.
I know.
As you say that, and he goes,
He dies. He
Argus
dies.
crushes
He
his
is
fucking
bad.
head.
as it begins to go out, it just, and all the dust smashes around with
He's
little.
like fucking Obi-Wan
Argus
Kenobi.
is
You see the
fucking
great.
dead.
Not the video painted.
Sorry,
You
I
didn't
didn't.
hate this one. You
Yes, I did.
I didn't
I
mean
tried
to
to
send it
do
that
it.
far.
Oh, yeah.
I meant to have it like roll a bit. You just
fucking double killed him.
Right,
Argus
and by
yeets
the by the
corpse
way,
into the
by the
wall.
way, this one can't be spoken to again. It's done.
I know.
Like you can't speak to a corpse
I know.
twice.
For
There-
another 10
I mean,
days.
I hope they found out.
No, it's
valuable
dead. It's gone. You
information.
can't speak to it ever again. Once you've done it once, you can't do it again.
Yeah, you
Argus
can use the
goes-
spell again, though.
Argus
You can't
kicks
use it
down the
again.
fucking doors.
You have to use it on a different corpse.
Yeah, it's plus your dex.
Oh, wait,
The corpse can't.
The spell fails if the
and
corpse was
actually-
the target of this spell within the last
Wait.
10 days.
I think
Yeah, that's if it fails.
Plus
But then
six,
after you
then
use it, it
1d8
can't be
plus
used
three.
on this creature again. Hold on, where is
Yeah,
it?
plus-
It is.
yeah, plus
Doesn't
six.
matter anyways. Argus crushed his fucking
So
head.
plus 6, and then is
Ah.
1d8 plus 3.
Argus doesn't like you anymore.
So, spell doesn't return. Oh no,
You guys come
that's the
back or
corpse.
what?
Argus is already gone.
Okay.
He kicked down the fucking doors.
You guys
and he's
want
walking
some, like,
out.
If you
valuable
want, there's still
information?
Fuck off already.
there's still 3 corpses of other lackeys that you want to talk
Do
to.
you
They're
want
not
like
gonna
another
know
further
anything. The only one who was gonna know anything valuable was the captain. There was a fucking waste.
Wait, did the barbarian's corpse is still there? I think.
She got trisected. No, I
If
thought you
her
said
head's-
he took
Maybe
her.
the
Yeah, the
ghoul-
ghoul-
Oh, yeah, she ate it too, didn't he?
Wait,
Does it
maybe
still
the
have a
ghoul
skull?
overheard something.
It's got a
Argus
skull, I
is
guess.
gone.
As long as it has a map, it can toilet.
Yeah, that's true. You could do it to that if you want.
Are we ready to go?
Argus
That
is
was-
gone.
that was
He's
his-
on the way.
Again, no, you get shot by arrows again.
You guys are free to follow.
That was
He's just
that was
pissed
one
off.
of the most entertaining uses of Speak with Dead I've ever seen.
That's
He
the
is-
only time I'm gonna
He
use
is
it.
very pissed off.
Argus.
How's your day?
Very happy with yourself, aren't you?
He has to now waste.
How's
time.
your day going? How old are you?
My question is, when has he not been pissed off?
Argus.
When he was carving through that room.
That's a bad sign.
That is not a good example.
And you wonder why Melora left.
Because I told her to.
No,
No,
she broke up with you.
She gave you her ultimatum.
Anyway, I assume we make our way from Twigden. We're heading to Riverbend.
Okay.
Let's make it.
Alright, we are making our way.
Is no one seriously interested in how the fucking illusion works?
Oh wait, we forgot. Wait, why weren't you in
I'm gonna
in
flip
our
this
room? Did you like walk out?
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
that's
we
morning
don't
job.
I think I'm going
Oh,
to
okay.
pack it up
No,
now.
no, plus,
Do you want to pack up the map now?
Should I
Sorry?
listen?
Maps. Pack them up.
Ah yes, thank you. There goes that map. What a place.
What a place where you accomplish literally nothing.
Welcome to Disneyland. Oh wait, no.
Well,
Except Edison.
here's what I'm thinking. If we ever go back there, we can use this.
Yeah, you know what? Everyone still thinks it's a Birdman.
Yeah.
This can be like a keep for the time.
Face of operation.
As of the moment, it's still.
There's also an
there.
abandoned
For
fortress.
AAA
Here.
OG.
And where
There's
were
an
we?
abandoned fort here. Twigden.
AAA OG.
Here we are.
Is this the fast travel map?
Let's take that.
Who's leading?
Definitely.
Argus, you're leading?
Oh, thanks.
Argus is leading.
Nice.
Yeah, he's like
You could
he's
scout
like
with
a
your
good-
I'm good 20 feet ahead of you
Yeah,
guys.
he's like a good 20.
Oh, good thing you can scout with your.
Now is not a good time to
Okay,
fuck
I
with
didn't
him.
say that. It is
Now is not a good time.
his bird. I was like,
Oh, yeah, what's your bird?
you could scout with your bird.
That was one of the best things.
Would I have him until he dies, just no connection to him, or would he be gone?
I'll say that he was, when you woke up,
He was just a flat bunch of clay, just melting.
Would he follow when we?
No,
Because
but
he was on
that's
the
not-
roof, so would he
I
follow?
was gonna
when
say
we
it was a
came
normal falcon. As you exit, you see that falcon sitting there, and it just.
It's not a falcon, it's a Phoebus, so just a falcon.
It, well, yeah. I'm saying for a little bit of artistic touch, it just
Maybe
flies
it
away.
enjoys flying. Maybe it's not about the journey.
Followed the
it's
butterfly.
about the
It's about the
destination,
journey, not the
So
destination.
Argus was a stepping stone for this bird.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Its
Yeah.
entire
It's
plan
his
was to
career.
just get into the
He's-
serial
He's the
plane.
BBEG.
According to your resume, we still work with artists of the West.
That
So,
homicidal maniac.
so you guys,
I'm not sure if you'd be the best fit
What
for
are
our
you
company.
doing?
We're accomplishing nothing right now.
well, just let me talk, and maybe you will. So, as you guys leave the manor,
It's only 1 o'clock. It's too early for a beer.
leaving terrible memories behind you as
How are
well.
you this angry already?
No,
Because I didn't find out shit from that, but Corelli's bitch.
Then some get speak with the dead.
Fuck you.
So, as you guys leave, it's a 2-day journey. Wait, no, sorry, let me just check that. Yep,
Pretty sure
2-day
Rome was
journey
like horses
between
or something
Twigden
from, like,
and Riverbend.
Yeah.
So,
That one.
there's one point in this trip to Riverbend where you'll need to make camp overnight.
Okay.
So, just for the sake of brevity here, there is nothing in particular across your first day of travel before you go to bed.
no
So,
blood sacrifice.
now when you're
Or
going to
bed.
sleep, would you like to have someone on watch? Or would you like to?
I'll be on watch. I got
Okay.
dark vision and.
So is it just going to be Ordain going on watch by himself? Would someone like to accompany
I
him?
can do it too. I'll put the
Okay. So first of all, Ordain and Grayson go on watch together. So I'd like the both of you to make perception checks, or one person with advantage, depending.
Do you want me to get advantage or do you want to roll? You can roll.
15.
Perception is a 15.
Okay, both of you equally perceptive. Is there anything you'd like to talk about during your night? There is nothing extremely.
Remember that book we had that I made you do? let's try not use that because I mean, if that you would have happened like use that and we got like a vampire.
What's
okay,
the
that
sleep
would-
standing
that would
up,
suck.
don't
I
they?
mean,
Or did they
but
like
yeah,
kneel
use
down?
You can like
Later.
fall in
Oh,
yourself.
of course, yeah.
I'm saying Argus is
Yeah.
standing up with his
I
head
mean, you're
resting
pretty
against a
brave,
tree
I mean.
and the
You
great
fought
sword
two dogs
in
on
the
your own.
ground.
Yeah, I remember doing that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's all
Yeah.
done.
And you killed that guy. Remember
The-
that?
Devil's
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I mean,
Not all's lost.
it seems like you're like missing like any like story or like kind of.
What do
You don't seem to have a backstory, man.
You seem to be just there.
I'm the side character.
You're the sidekick. You're like a naive boy.
He's
like that.
Robin.
Yeah, he is. Oh, jeez, Williker.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Nothing
There's
happens.
nothing eventful in your 4-hour shift. Who's next up to take watch?
Argus will just
Um,
lift his head.
Yeah, I'll take watch too.
Okay. I'd like you both to make perception checks.
Is it dark?
It's very dark. So you'd be at disadvantage because you're a normal human. And you are at disadvantage as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
I love having dark vision. Isn't that right, Curly?
I have no vision as well.
A 19,
Oh!
a 19 and a 3.
Right.
I'm glad I bought a new set of dusters.
You
This
see-
one's been going.
You see a dagger inside
Six.
your belt.
6 and what'd you get?
One.
This one's been
Wait,
going
straight one?
really
Natural
well.
Fuck!
Well,
This
I
has
mean,
been going
so I
really
got
well.
14 and then a 1.
Nice.
Right,
It's new
okay.
dice.
So,
No, it's not new.
as you guys
That
take
rolled a
over the
20,
shift,
even
Oh,
though
who's still in the box?
The Durgar's hammer. It rolled a 3 on disadvantage.
Did you put Manora in the box?
I put Millar on the box.
Have you started naming the dice?
No, because I got that from a website called Random Encounters,
Oh, okay.
and they named the dice.
okay.
Yeah.
So you
Sure.
remember them? You remember the name of the dice.
Yeah, because I had to tell Bainbridge which one I wanted.
So,
Because he blew.
So what
This
happens?
is like
Do we
naming
die?
like Gatorade by their actual names.
Yeah, I don't do that, but
Blue flavor. That's
Yeah,
Blue and light blue.
Yeah, blue and light blue. Fuck off with this Melora shit.
Laura's the deity.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
her name
They
is
are
Blue
all-
now.
They are all the same to me.
Is your mom name Blue as well?
Green lady.
Okay, so as you guys go through your, so what do you go 3 near or 1?
I got a 6.
6, sorry. And what with your perception? What does that go?
Fuck, we're gonna get robbed.
3, I
It's a
think.
then we'll play
natural
that.
1.
Oh, 5.
Okay.
It's still a one, so it's like an ordinary.
So,
flavor.
You guys, it's a oh thanks. It's a plains that you guys are in, so you can see from most directions. You're on the side of the road, and in the middle of the night, do you guys talk or do you just sit up?
Argus is like a bit separate from the group.
Okay. Do you say
Just,
anything or you just leave?
just against the tree with the giant greatsword into the
With
ground.
his edge.
He's hit his teenage years.
Well, 300 and more.
So you have 360.
So as you guys are going on your watch, you do hear a rustling from the tree above.
With a 6?
So 6.
Really?
And as you look, you get scared and frightened as you pull your
No, I
swords.
don't.
No, you don't.
I do.
Grace is,
Bible.
Grace is freaking the fuck out.
Just not even moving, Argus just looks up.
Fireworks.
Like, ah!
Local wizard burns down a man.
Is he local though?
No, I'm not local.
Non-local wizard.
Traveling wizard burns down forest.
enough.
Wizard arrives in town.
Australian
burns down
Fox
town,
Files.
leaves.
So as you guys, and then as you just see a raven
Yeah,
fly off
yeah.
out of the tree as it scares the shit out of you as it
A
left.
raven,
Yeah.
Does a
Just a
17
bird.
hit you?
And as if you guys continue to go that way, then your night eventually comes to an end like that, and the morning comes, and you are welcome to continue.
Is this a long rest?
Can I make another app?
Yes. You
Oh,
don't need
wow.
to add anything.
Do I make another
No,
app?
I can.
Oh, you can
summon
get
a
the-
spell.
You want to speak with the dead again?
I told you we didn't done
Oh,
my god.
jeez, that's
Do you
rough.
want me to cast 8 on you before you do
Listen,
this?
I don't-
Like,
that. Yeah, you should get some help.
guidance.
Okay, so first of all, this is Ben trying to be a single parent right now. He's having a bit of trouble. This is Aaron. So as you
It's on your
as you
vibe.
wake up and you're
That's a
feeding
5, yeah.
There's a shit on his cloak.
as you're feeding Barry, you feed him, that's all good, and then as you get ready to go, he starts chewing on your beautiful Barry.
Is it poison?
Oi! You look at him as you like
Stop
as, like,
that!
You go to pull it and like he's like and he like pulls it.
If your cloak is like Doctor Strange's one, does it move?
No, it doesn't.
No,
It's
it doesn't.
It just
protection.
looks like it.
Because like if
Because
it
it's
did,
protection. It's
if
magical,
it did,
but-
Because
like,
it's
just
magical,
start
it doesn't
slapping
rip.
Barry in the face.
Can I cast some mending on it to fix up?
Well, no, because it's magical, it can't be like ripped like that way by this little guy. So he's just going. Like,
He's just stopped me from moving.
yeah. He's
It's
he's
just
got.
all
Argus,
He
in
has
the
you
same
grappled.
spot, the sword's now back, and he's just...
It's just
He
all
took it
wet.
teeth.
And it's
And
just
He's watching all of you guys just...
Like this little drag
He's
is like
slept
keeping Aaron
with
on his
everything.
toe.
9
Yeah, I
strength.
know. This thing's got more strength than you do.
Take point of exhaustion.
no, he slept.
Not roll.
Just not well. Anyway.
Stop that.
Role play
Feeding you.
harder.
She can
Don't sleep.
Anyway, so
Sleep.
For the next check, can I borrow someone's dice?
here you can use this one. This
Dude,
one's
I
good
can
too.
give you a D4.
Is that yeah? No, I can't. You can't. You have to tell
I mean,
them
you
before.
only roll one.
Since
Like,
I'm
does
a...
that count?
It'll have.
Will
I'll
that disrupt
say.
the bond?
I will
Since
say
I'm
that's
a-
okay.
Since I'm a fey creature, can I help him?
No, no. It has to be
Funny.
singular for this, because
Or to be
Huh?
somewhat stressful.
then he'll just start bonding to you.
Fey.
He'll start
Yeah.
getting big to the Argus's thing, which would be
Or I
good.
can
for
just stand behind and just... Hey, don't do
Intimidate.
that. Aaron, don't do that. That's my assist.
You
Okay.
say that to him.
I just go to Aaron. That was bad.
You're not training them.
You get
you're
minus
training
1 your
Aaron.
next roll.
I'm aware.
Can we get our move on? It's like
Okay.
I said you're fucking dominant.
I'm trying.
So as you
Try
guys.
harder.
Start.
Full intimidation.
Do it.
Wow, there we go.
So you're intimidating your. Okay.
No, I'm not intimidating. That was.
Okay, just for jokes,
Yeah.
shits and giggles. Okay, cool.
I'm intimidating.
Yeah,
I
it's
want
a
to be my
bird
friend.
Okay,
I
so
want us to have
A dog? We know.
a restorative relationship.
so after an entertaining morning, you guys
This was not entertained.
I was.
you guys continue, and eventually, for sake of brevity, once again you pass a couple of traders, a couple of tieflings actually coming outwards of Aramor, and aside from that, you don't encounter anyone else. But as the night begins to fall, as the sun crests over the horizon,
Again?
Yeah, well, then nothing eventful happens
These
today.
days,
Are we-
keep on coming.
Are we moving ahead of the army or are we with the army?
No, they're there because you guys.
They don't stop coming and they turn.
Oh yeah, because we let them leave and we did a shopping episode.
Yeah, they're a day ahead of you. Anyway, so eventually
It's a filler episode.
you
I mean,
cross.
this is a new season, right?
Yeah. No, it's still season 1.
So you then cross into the city of River. The town of Riverbend, a town you've been to before.
Ah, yeah, the fish fox.
That's right. This is as you
Fish fuckers.
as you as you crawl as you go over the bridge.
Oh.
As you go over the bridge, you do remember times when you fought some types of Kuatoa, and
That's where I got the net.
that's where you got the
You
nets.
should buy some more while you're here.
So,
We'll play it on.
besides that,
That's where I tried
There
to
is-
be really cool with my magic, but I kept fucking up the rolls, so I didn't actually get anything with magic.
so
What can you do as a brute?
I get more damage.
Oh.
I get another D4.
You can still hit stuff.
Just
but this
keeps
time
on
without
coming.
magic.
so as
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
eventually.
I have the potential to do 2d6 plus a d4 plus a d10.
The good old devil's contract.
Yeah,
Yeah, the devil's contract is.
But if someone has a bow and
plus
arrow,
charge
it's
and a
screwed.
critical.
Do you
plus
have any range?
9. I have a spear, a javelin, and a bow. Can I use strength on the bow?
No.
So there is a
Yeah, just pull it back.
No.
there is a tavern in town.
Just before. Are there bows that can use strength?
No,
No.
it's all decks.
Are there any crossbows? No, crossbows
No,
are decks
dex.
as well.
I have 7 crossbows.
Anything that requires you to
I have
just
7
throw or
crossbows
aim
on
is
me.
decks.
Wait, Josh,
Oh,
can
no,
I
throw
sell
is
these
strength.
7 crossbows and
Where'd you get that from?
from all the guys we
Yeah,
fought?
all the
Throwing
you guys
is
have just been
strength.
trailing these crossbows.
No, they're in the bag of holding.
Ah.
And
Throwing
10
is strength.
scimitars.
Imagine if New Zealand
How much?
played
Yeah,
rugby.
I'll say-
Check.
The cross. I'll say you're able to amass about 35
I know
gold
she
pieces.
has 10 scimitars.
What is that? 35
So that's
gold
a,
pieces.
it's a lot
They're a
less
bit
than
rough,
you
they're not
usually
getting the
get
best
for roll
quality.
So how much do I get in total?
In turn.
4.
How much?
Gold.
Use your dicks to roll
Oh,
that.
fuck yeah.
How much? How much did you say, sir?
to cast guiding bolt. And,
Sorry, let's give me 1 second here to find appropriate prices.
That's a cool castle.
Oh, thanks. You might get to use it later.
Ooh.
Does anyone want a scimitar before I give?
So,
What's a
Would
scimitar?
anyone
It's a curved blade. You can use dexterity to use it.
it's a one-hand one.
Would
I have 2 short
Oh,
fuck.
would anyone want a gold? Oh no! What should I do with the familiar material?
Okay,
50
Josh?
GP worth of it.
Because
Then is it paper or incense?
It's
How many
it's
scimitars do you
familiar,
have?
So it's incense and
10.
arrows.
Because they're fairly worn, I'll say that you can get 10 gold pieces each. So that's about 100 gold pieces for all the scimitars.
When you play them.
And the crossbows, they are willing to buy 5 of them because they don't need a
Okay.
bunch of crossbows.
So
Is there,
2 crossbows left and no scimitars. Yeah,
You could
but
do
it can be
crossbows.
more different. It can
Oh,
be different.
it's a pirate sword.
Essentially.
Well, do you want one before I
It's a-
sell them all?
It's a Persian sword.
It's a pirate sword.
That's a sickle, isn't it?
I thought a scimitar was more like a question mark.
Those are
The
like
scimitars are
they
kind of
can
curved.
be.
It's-
They can.
Yeah, if it's more
Wait, do
artistic.
you want one before I give them all away?
Wait, no.
Okay.
Is there a forge?
Like, does it
How much
use
do I get?
wood?
Wait,
Wait, what is
how
this?
much do I get for the
Dex.
crossbow?
Dex.
The crossbows?
For the 5 crossbows.
Actually-
For the 5 crossbows, on top of that, you would want another
That's good.
20.
Wait, no, actually,
Why
can
not?
I
You
just
can
use
use it.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
simple
because
one.
I'm looking at it because
Wait, is
usually-
the scimitar a simple or a martial?
It's a
Marshall.
martial.
Oh yeah, short sword. No.
You don't
Sure.
have you don't have
can't use it.
proficiency.
So as you guys pass through the town before making your way into the Outback Tavern, which is where
Oh.
you got your smoked
Sounds
goods
nice.
and originally met a dolphin.
Wait, do they have drugs here?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
the
the
place
have
is-
weed.
the
The
hot
whole
box.
thing.
This is the part. This is where you can get your meat smoked. But
You want to perhaps
What for?
find something to eat?
smoked bro.
Argus is going to find the forge.
Yeah, there is.
Or is there a separate jewelers?
There's the Riverside Forge. If you would like to.
Okay,
visit.
are we in
It
like,
is-
First,
where
is
are we
there a
now?
jeweler?
You're in a town called Riverbend.
We're in
You could have
Riverbend.
them like
Does it have a river?
one hand
Uh-huh.
back.
Yeah,
Wow.
right there.
Fine.
Oh, so these lines are rivers.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And the
That
lines
only
are
have
roads.
two
That's-
hands.
That's rivers.
Okay.
Now you can
Cool.
do
Is there a jewelers?
A jeweler? Not here. This is a very simple town.
Alright.
Okay, so
I
what
go
what
to
stores are in this town?
So,
Sorry, I missed
There is. Yeah, sorry, I forgot you're not here. The main stores. There is Bookworms, which is a bookstore which you guys have been to before. There is the Riverside Forge. There is the Riverbend General Store. It is a very plain store. And besides that, there is the Outback Ranch, which is
Outback
the
Steakhouse.
tavern.
The Outback Station.
I walk into the forge.
Okay. They are closing down, but
There's no counter, is there?
No, it's a walk-in
Wouldn't it
forge.
take
I
days to
hold up
make
my
it?
hand. How much is this worth? And I show the gold
I
ring.
thought you were saying you lost a finger. I was like, what?
The gold ring that I got when I got shit faced.
Yeah.
How much is my finger?
I moved it from this finger. Because
Yeah,
I
right,
was,
right. As you approach, you come up to a halfling fellow. He's like, well, let me take a look.
I just rests his hand
It's
on the
very
devil's
simple.
contract.
It's really simple. It's a make-do jewelers. There's nothing really artistic in this town. You kind of take a look. It's not a lot of gold. Like we can sell it for a couple of gold pieces. I mean, we wouldn't really use gold like this anyway.
Persuasion.
If you wanted to sell it to someone, I'd assume at the most maybe
I
10
enter
gold,
the
maybe
store.
less. It's not. It's literally. It's probably not even worth its weight. It's more the fact that you have to get it made. It's very simple, but there you go.
Mm. I'll walk out.
Okay.
Go to the general store.
General store.
How much would you buy that for?
The ring.
Yeah.
Ring. It just got sizably bigger.
The big ring.
God, I hate that.
Go up and there's a
Gold
woman.
ring.
I don't.
Like, yeah.
Would you buy it?
Sorry, love, no.
I walk out and I go get a drink of whiskey and some smoked meat.
Okay. As you walk in, you come in, and the door opens, and
it a furball?
smoke. It's not a
Is it
furball.
even a door or is it the beads?
No, it's not beads. But you open the door, and the little glass window in the middle is fogged to shit, so you can't even see through it. Like, and as you open the doors, you just this waft of smoke and foreign smells just hits your senses, and then you see, and you guys start to come in, and then you see one
Foreign
really
smells.
heavily bearded,
What's this
heavy
opium
hair
pipe
down
doing?
man. He's like, "Oh yeah, mate, just come on in. Just come on in. Sorry about the smoke there." He's coming. Like,
How do you not have lung
Are
cancer?
you trying to like do like the van from like Cars voice?
No, he's got the big legs.
Sasquatch. Sexy the Sasquatch.
Who's that?
you
From
mate.
the Big Les show.
I haven't
He's a
seen it.
Sasquatch.
Don't worry about it.
He's always high as shit.
This man's his own man.
He's a original character.
He says, "Yeah, mate, you want a table? Can get some smoked goods or some meats or maybe some food."
Are we sleeping here or are we sleeping camping?
You can, mate, you can sleep here, mate. It's all good. There's rooms
Are
upstairs.
they smoky?
Oh, they got some incense. Yeah.
Have you hotboxed the room?
Look, mate, this place. When I'm talking with my friends, I just call this place the hot box. Right? It's that hot. It's that good. But yeah, you want to get a table? I'll just get. Hey, Donny, mate. Hey, Donny, you want to get him some drinks, mate? Yeah, mate.
Whiskey.
Right, mate. Get you some whiskey.
Wait,
Yeah.
so where's everybody else? Are we
We're in the tavern.
Everyone's in the tavern.
Did you want to go?
Meal and a drink. How much is that?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well,
It's gonna be-
depends on which
I was
you want to
just
go
wondering
for, because there's
like,
some real
it's a
good meal
fish
deals
thing.
we've got
I
going
thought
on.
Modest.
maybe like you were
Modest,
just in the
modest.
tavern by
Oh,
yourself.
we can offer you some smoked
Fish
goods
kind
and
of
some
okay.
other good stuff. Oh. And he's like thinking to himself, oh, and he's not
Have
breaking
you
eye contact.
forgotten
He's like, I could give you that to you for.
Don't hurt yourself.
For a modest. Is it for one person or is it for the entire table?
I mean,
Still underage.
Entire table.
I can get a meal deal for you, mate. Just-
Can I get a happy meal?
Can I get a kid's meal?
Can I get a happy meal of a
Yeah,
toy?
mate,
Is that
I've
a
got
toy
some
with
sippy
that?
cups out the back of it. It's all good.
I mean,
Got
if you
a
pay
high
for
chair.
rooms,
Wait, what's
I'll
his
pay for meals.
What's the tavern owner's name?
You guys don't know. You ever
Sassy.
asked them?
Oh, so we're not speaking to the owner.
You are
Yeah.
speaking to him, but
We've
you've never asked
him
him.
his name.
He's
Well, how you doing there, lad?
good mate. How you going, little lady? It's good to see you.
I've been doing pretty well, thanks very much.
Yeah,
Plus 11 persuasion.
yeah, that's good, mate. You want to sit down over there, your friends, or get you some drinks in a minute here?
Wait, how much is the modest meal for one
I like
person?
how you're like,
fuck
what's his
yeah,
name?
for
and you don't ask for his name.
Most meal for a
Because we
couple
haven't
of
gotten to
Oh,
that part yet.
real important question. Would you like that to be smoked or just cooked?
Feels like you were waiting just to say that, like you were waiting for somebody to come in just to say that line.
Don't know what you're talking about, mate. Just what are you talking about?
How much? How much?
Oh, for the wholesies, we'll get some meat, we'll get some chicken, we'll get some lamb, we'll get some meat in there. We'll get
Just tell me the price.
yeah, it'll probably be at $3.
Free gold for everyone or for me?
Everyone. Everyone.
Oh, that's a ridiculous price. I'd like to speak to the owner.
Karen has came.
Karen
Morningstar.
What are you doing, mate? It's a good price, and well, I'm the owner.
You're gonna handle.
Is he ripping us off?
Well, you make an inside check.
I don't want to say inside.
It's a massive platter of meat.
I think I'm pretty.
3 gold,
I like
$3 is reasonable.
Yeah.
Wait, you get
Considering you guys are fucking like millionaires.
Yeah, I'll pay for it. I've got 306.
12.
You look into his
Hovering.
eyes, and all you see is the smoke in the background. He is so hard
You
to
look into his eyes and you just.
As you look into his eyes, he just goes, yeah, 3 gold, mate. It's a good price.
You look into his eyes. Even he's not sure.
He's on autopilot right now. He's like, yeah. So, you will just form a table, and I'll get Donnie to get you some drinks.
Okay, I'm paying for. I'll pay you gold.
I'll pay the other 2 gold.
Oh yeah, mate. That's what I call teamwork, right?
Feeling generous.
It's like a big hairy hand comes in. Yeah, cheers, mate.
Harry, is he actually a session?
What is he?
It's
Can't
hard.
tell.
It is genuine. It's
No.
actually hard
He's
to
a
tell.
bugbear.
He is so furred. It is incredibly hard to tell what the fuck
So
he
is
is.
he like humanoid?
He's humanoid, yeah.
He's a bear.
He stands about 6 feet tall. He's
I
not
I
obscene.
still haven't asked him his name.
He's gone. He's gone back into the
What
kitchen.
the fuck?
I was waiting for everyone
Well,
to
as-
leave.
He asked me like how
He
old
asked
you
me
are.
what
Yeah,
his
good.
name
And
Yeah.
he's like,
Can
oh,
I get you a
anyway.
little special?
As he's
order?
walking away, you can grab him.
Your name, tell it.
Hard this whiskey, please.
You can't speak with the dead.
Right, mate. Hey, Donnie, mate. We want some of the hardest shit. He's like, oh yeah, mate. We get some good stuff here. And he just walks away. He'll get it to you in a minute.
It's like this.
And just before he goes, how much for a talk?
A what?
Depends on what kind of product.
He's
you're looking
smoking
for.
marijuana.
What's
we-
the cheapest
A
one?
Jozza.
Oh well, I got one.
Does Astrid hate
I got
people
one
who
called
smoke
Why Aren't the
marijuana?
Kids Coming Home? It's
good.
good.
What those words mean?
Just Mary Jane.
Come
A
again?
bit of the Molly.
Guys, you're gonna want to hear.
Shut up.
Yeah, well, we got one brew called Why Aren't the Kids Coming Home? That comes for around 2 gold a tug. And then I've got
tug.
and then I've
Is,
got
do you
another.
mean one for a spiffy?
Yeah.
Spiff.
And then
It's only a bit of a.
and then
tug.
that's like the basic one. And then
A
I got
yonk.
and then I got another one saying Why Are My Ears My Eyes? And that is that's about 7 gold for a tug on that one.
How much for the whiskey?
The whiskey, you want a whole bowl?
Yes.
Yeah.
A bowl.
Can I get
A
that?
bowl of.
Bottle.
I thought you said a bowl of whiskey.
They'll probably roll you
Drink like soup.
about a gold piece because it's quite good shit. It's a lot of it.
I drop 8 gold coins.
Can I get a whiskey and a joint in a combo?
Can we get this in a combo meal?
Mate, for that price, I'll give you a toke of one of my favourites. One, it's called Fuck Monster. It's pretty good, and it gets me. It gets me.
So
going.
this is for the whiskey and
This is for
Do you take
yeah.
a? Do you take
Yeah,
a?
mate.
Do you take a
Yeah.
smoke?
Hey, Wayno, Wayno.
Are you using it right now?
Is it a pipe or is it?
It'll come in a pipe. Yeah. He goes, hey,
Do I get to
hey,
keep the
Wayno,
pipe?
get one fucking Fuck Monster here.
Do I get to keep the pipe?
I mean, they'll ask for it back, but it's their pipe. I mean,
You wanna
How much
see
to
it?
keep the
I
pipe?
don't want to hear that from the man who stole
add
it.
another gold on top, mate, and you're good.
Hmm?
Add another gold on top, mate, and you're good.
So 9 gold.
You tell me what you want about that. We're still doing the review section because we're
Drugs.
making some more
Hugs
tops
on
of books.
drugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh well.
This is going through some shit, man.
Well, that's
Drugs
okay.
and hugs. Why not?
Sometimes you can do both.
We're gonna find
Anyway,
others.
we'll
Holy
get
stone.
we'll get you food in a minute.
Wait, so
Thanks,
you're
mate.
having whiskey and weed?
Or
You're gonna
yeah.
die.
I
You're gonna die of
I flip
overdose,
him
and
a
no one's
platinum.
gonna know.
Yeah. Okay. He sees this and he's like, mate, you.
That's 10 gold, yeah.
You're a real good customer, mate. I'm gonna make sure
Some
you're
people
real
call
good.
them druggies. I call them good
You,
customers.
you tell me if you want any more shit. I've got some other funny breeds in the back. You
Make
want
it
some?
2 bowls of whiskey.
Right, mate.
That's what.
That's
what
where-
no
yeah.
charge.
Some call
Hey,
them
here's
an
his
alcoholic.
demeanor going,
Some call them a
"All
good
right,
customer.
Yeah, okay.
I moved
You're the
back.
asshole who tips and then says they'll go towards my meal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see you high.
No, not yet. I haven't. I don't have it yet.
Valued customer.
So as you guys are sitting there at the bar, you ordain with your perception.
Wait, hold on.
Is there another
So,
group?
just before I go, just before, how long can I
gonna-
save this
I'm just
before
gonna
the
say that
call's
it's really out
off?
of context.
Oh, I reckon it'd take
Let's
you
start
maybe-
having a conversation.
Wait, save it as in like
So, as in, I don't. If
Oh.
I don't want to smoke it just yet.
I was
maybe
like,
about
"Ah,
2 days.
Yeah, call them
2
addicts.
days.
I call them loyal customers. Like, what?
Huh?
It's a real generous deal. It gives me one free one on my birthday.
My birth.
You get free chocolate
Yeah, that's-
on your birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So August is going to eat his
It's
fill,
free
and then when he
summer.
gets brought his stuff,
Bet it online.
he's going
Why
to head
are
up
you-
to the room.
Why you
Yeah.
having
Why is the rewards card?
I should get a Hoitzer roll card. Shit, he has a +11 persuasion.
Get Hoyt's rewards, bitch.
Okay, so
That's our new
Wait,
advertisement.
what?
I just have the recorder in the till.
Wait,
Pull it out every
what do I see with my perception through the haze?
as I said, through the haze of the
You
perception,
see Argus like leant over
you can
the
make
bar.
out in one of the corners of the
Oh, it's
tavern.
like
There are
plastered.
two dwarven men
It's
in
not
like
started yet.
half-clad armor. It's like half taken off, who are smoking their own pipes.
Similar
Did we defeat
to.
them in the drinking contest?
No, that was you defeated some dwarves, but
Are they from?
We still
Deepole?
have those
Are they wearing
coins,
Deepole
don't we?
armor?
Do they even
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are they wearing Deepole type of armor?
Yes, with that perception. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Deserters!
We gotta arrest these guys for a price.
Price is right.
How do they react to
Right.
seeing us?
They are.
Are
Yeah,
they
the
not?
smoke is heavy.
Oh.
I'll walk over to them.
I mean, I'm a large lad.
Joy or Dane.
Excuse me.
Okay, as you go up and you recognise it's Dane.
Wait, the
It's
son.
Dane. He's
Oh.
here. Yeah,
I didn't know you did some of the.
Dane's here. You-
The wacky
and like,
tobacco.
and you see he's blowing rings out of his like pipe.
I didn't know you did the wacky tobacco.
As he kind of looks over you with like a half-stoned face. He goes, "Oh fuck me if it doesn't."
Is he like next to
blood."
us? Like just sitting.
Argus hasn't started yet. He's
There's
just
one other
shoving
guy
his
next to him
face.
who's
Aren't
also.
you meant to be at High Bell?
Mate, we're on the way right now. We
Why
left.
is the whole army here?
No, they're in Highbell. We left.
Are you sober at the moment?
They're waiting for us.
Just blows in my
Yeah,
face.
we left a day ago. We left a couple days after you. We left a day after you, actually. It's-
Oh, is
time
this the
was
200 troops?
No,
the-
this is him and one other guy.
Oh, okay. He didn't leave. Oh, so we don't get those extra 200.
No,
No.
if you got.
Do you need an escort?
Between you and me, I'm fine with going by myself. As he
I
like
mean,
reaches
weren't
down, he's
you
got
in
a
a
big
web
wall.
like
He's got a
early
big
3 days?
What type of escort?
No. Have you met my friend Astrid?
Hello, lady.
We have both male and female.
She's too skinny for a dwarf.
Yeah, I guess so.
He has no good stuff.
You know?
Yeah. Anyway,
You wake up.
you can talk. You can ask him questions if you like. He's there.
I mean,
Oh, I guess
do you
he's-
always get this high before like a battle?
No, but it's a day away, and we were just camping in Toon, and you know, it's not bad stuff actually. This one's kind of nice.
Yeah,
I think I dug too deep.
How long have you been in here?
Just a couple of hours.
Oh, okay. I was like, hoping-
He got here a day ago.
It's like Percy Jackson.
It's like the
right?
Lotus
Yeah,
Hotel
no,
from Percy Jackson.
3 days.
it is mine just poker face. So,
well,
I think I saw that film on DVD.
What,
What's DVD?
we're heading in the same direction, so you're more than welcome to join us.
right,
Where's
we're
our room?
going together then. We got a room upstairs anyway. We can see us in the morning.
Yeah. Sure,
Okay.
man, yeah.
Sounds good. But by the way, the fucking meat here is excellent. It's,
Is
it's
it
great.
smoked?
They
Argus
smoke
has
it.
eaten half the
I got
plate.
smoked and you won't believe it's fucking amazing.
I'm surprised people haven't got lung cancer.
Well, yeah, well, it happens, but yeah, anyway.
It's a
Is
temporary-
there other garnishes just like chopped up drugs that you just sprinkle over the top
This
of it?
green
and then-
leaf-
You can
What
definitely
is
make
it?
an investigation check.
It is. What is this?
Argus like
You know how they
This is a
have
weird
the
looking
salt
I
man.
never
and
heard
pepper
this
shakers?
ice cold
It's
marmalade.
not salt.
12.
12? It's hard to tell.
What is the
It's just like
spice
shaking
in
like on your steak and it's
marijuana?
going.
Mary
Josh.
J.
Josh, you know how they have the salt and pepper shakers?
Yeah.
It's not salt.
This isn't Korean.
So I'm like, why are you putting that salt on the table? Oh, it's not salt.
Anyway, but yeah, as you guys come back to sit down, your meal is delivered. This massive, just leg of lamb is put down. You got a nice assortment of meats and chicken. It is a vast array, and no vegetables except for chips, because that's how they do it here.
My vegetables are good.
Argus rips off a leg and just hands it to the dragon.
Oh, I was about to say. I was
You're
going to
doing
slip a
his
bit
job
of meat.
for
to
him.
Okay, he takes
Argus
it
doesn't
very much
care.
so.
He likes dragons.
He likes it a lot. Yeah, Barry is a happy dragon.
So now he has a bone.
No, he has
Alright.
2 if you want to give him one.
Why not?
So now Argus picks up the legless bird and just goes at it.
So as you guys go to town on this meal, is there anything else you'd like to do before bedding for the night?
Is-
Wait, did we pay for
like
rooms?
2 bottles of
No,
whiskey.
you didn't. It would
and
cost you 2 silver pieces per
Bed went
person.
behead.
Oh shit!
Oh,
It would cost you 2 silver pieces per person. I'm just going to go to the bathroom real
How
quick.
much, sir?
2 silver pieces per
The
person.
total 2 silver
For what?
3 gold for the room.
Can I haggle?
I'd like to have it.
So is 10 silver 1 gold?
Yep.
I shouldn't have picked a flake.
Like defusing a bomb.
Yeah, sorry, Josh. I completely forgot that getting rid of magic would get rid of my bird.
Who knows? You might play.
You might just
a bird.
find a normal bird.
Yeah, train a bird.
Maybe I will.
I mean, it's what Ben's dragon.
I'll be honest, that didn't even pass my mind that I would lose the bird.
I mean, if you pick up the big magic of ritual caster,
Mm.
yeah, you can get the soul back.
Do you need to cast spells to be able to get that back?
No, I don't. It's ritual caster. I think
Alright.
you need a high enough intelligence. For
Because
it.
some of them do. There
There's
are a
like
couple
pop.
of them.
And I think they only spell sniper.
Spice.
Yes. You spice?
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 A new spice from this land called
Spice.
Mary J.
Oh, Ben,
Mary
you've
J.
Spice in Disguise, right?
I have.
I was doing a cinema check and it had many references to James Bond.
It did.
It did.
Including the
the one
entire
where-
like opening credits.
Is that the one
Yeah.
where Will Smith turns into a pigeon?
It's actually pretty
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it?
it actually does look
Really?
pretty good.
I liked it, yeah.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, it's. I mean, like, don't expect a masterpiece, but I liked it.
Yeah, sure. If you go in expecting shit, you'll find money. Okay.
I expect a month.
So, do you guys just go to sleep afterwards? Is there anything you like to do here?
Argus.
Argus Wallace.
Is anyone rooming with Argus or is Argus by himself?
You
I
can choose.
usually room with Sam, so.
Yeah. Who are you with? Are you going to room with Argus again or is that
The only responsible.
I'm
dog.
sleeping by myself.
Oh, okay.
I've literally always slept by myself.
Alright,
So you have
so
a mother.
Argus cast slab kill.
yeah, with Aaron in the room and the dragon child, Argus downs half a bottle of whiskey and the entire the entire what do you call it?
I'd like you to make a constitution.
So Argus
No,
You can have a saving throw.
Argus is like his horse body
You have a
is.
stroke. Make a death saving.
So
throw.
if this is the bed and this is the pillow, Argus is like lying with his back end down here, and he's just like leaning back as far as he can,
Okay,
just
constitution.
with a bottle of whiskey and just.
Oh yeah. Constitution
Argus, are you okay?
My cover
check.
died.
Yeah. He uses
You
the-
noticed he doesn't exhale.
I thought you meant, as you were going down. I thought you noticed he pulls. Like what the?
He just reaches back.
He starts masturbating.
I don't.
I
How will you
I object.
Constitution saving throw.
Mhm.
Spider's dex. Oh no, it is con. +6. That's 18.
You easily.
I thought that fighters had proficiency in strength and dex, but it's strength and. Or I think it's strength or dex. And
You easily managed to withstand the major
Power
effects.
I just didn't want.
However, you do get a very nice buzz, and as you're smoking this fuck monster, you do have a very nice time.
Bruh.
Is there anything you'd like to say to him, or are you just covering your eyes?
Ben's little dragon just turns into like an ancient dragon.
Yeah, you look down, and it's got like this long.
He
Can I
doesn't
also
look
know
down.
the
He
owner?
doesn't look down. He just looks up.
He's
At
getting
the
high.
ceiling.
Right.
Can I get to know the
Don't
owner?
breathe it in.
How do you want to know his name?
Give it a little
Hold
filter.
on.
Why do you want to know his
name?
Why do you know woman that everyone
He
thinks?
turns his head slightly. I'm saying he's on the left side
Wait,
of the
so
room.
where are you?
In a room with Aaron. He turns his head slightly and quietly mutters, "Thanks for sticking around." He takes another toke. Then he finishes half a bottle. So he still has a bottle and a half, and he finishes.
Have you had your little Jack Daniels?
He finishes. No, he doesn't. He finishes the
Put a straw
joint, and he just kind of he puts a stopper in the
He's
whiskey,
a
and he just
country
kind of
boy.
falls
He
asleep.
drinks Jack Daniels.
It's just like, so paint a picture.
Pay me like one of your French
He
girls.
falls asleep like that.
That's the most awkward and
Yeah.
probably hurting neck position I've ever seen. Right.
He's
Wakes
stacked like
up with a
he's
spray.
got like all the pillows and like his everything like stacked up.
Jesus, okay. Cool. So,
And he's just-
that's how Argus goes to sleep. Is anyone else doing anything in
I
particular?
want to meet the owner.
Okay.
So it's like midnight, everyone's in
Yeah.
bed, and you like creep down the stairs quietly.
I'm at the bar. I cannot sleep. I
Okay,
need
so you're at the bar and you're getting,
Oh.
and as you at the
Just
bar.
before this, at sundown, just do the prayer, like I always do. Just do a normal prayer.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
No, I'm not expecting to talk to it. I just.
Well, no, I'm just thinking. Yeah, get back to that. Okay, cool.
It's a role play opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I just want to.
How does
Well,
he just a query, how does he sleep?
A normal sleep.
For him or for
For
normal
him.
people?
Well, as
Even
in,
with the joint and the whiskey?
I was about to say
Okay, right.
he has dreams and like
he has
It's like a loot
flashbacks.
box.
weird flashbacks, but it's
Surprise
not like
mechanic.
visions. It's not magical things. It's just
No,
not.
yeah. So he's just another restless night,
Just another
even
restless
with the joint and the whiskey.
Okay,
not
Astrid,
what you want.
you're going down to the bar.
I'm at the bar.
You're at the bar, and
Spend it.
Donnie is a very hairy man who's just there, just with his.
So we
glass-
do know his fucking name.
No, that's
But no,
Johnny's the other
ah.
one.
you over
Wait,
here. You
how
over
many
here.
owners does this
No, so
place have?
the main
You can have
guy.
multiple bars.
The main guy who's greeted you and asked you what you want, he said he's always gone, "Hey Donnie" or "Hey Wayno," but he's never said his own name. No one's ever said, "Oh yeah, so and so." He always names other people, but no one's named him.
No, but actually, so it's just.
Oh, you really?
He doesn't have a name. He's a nameless child.
Anyway, so you
barkeep
walk,
with
you
right
walk up,
name.
and like, "Yeah, mate, you want a drink?"
Leave your husband in.
Oh yes, thank you very much. I would like how about something a bit stronger to finish off the night?
Right, you got a preference in, or you just want something?
Dragon's breath.
Killing bloke.
We got
I'd like 15 shots of tequila, please.
We've got an imported drink from Aramore called the Killing Blow, but it's a bit fucking mental.
That's what Argus needed. If only that he knew they had that.
Maybe you should.
One in shot.
Maybe you should have found out his fucking name.
Argus just wanted some whiskey, my guy.
My dude.
My man.
My home stuff.
My home skillet.
So would you like a Killing Blow, a shot?
I wouldn't recommend it.
I would
I reckon you
How
should.
high's your con?
0.
Do it.
Oh, please tell me.
It's plus 0.
Do it.
Do it.
Would
I mean,
you-
do it.
Do it.
No balls.
I don't. So.
Fine,
Doesn't
can't
have-
speak with the
As
dead.
you just
She
sit.
doesn't have balls.
That's fair.
Fuck.
That's fair.
No ovaries.
Oh my god, just stop.
Well, now that you say that.
So as you're just sitting there at the bar,
I think I'll go for something a little bit more humble. I'll go for a glass of milk. Like a glass of warm milk. Stop me, please. Give me your
You
shitty.
hear a cowbell in the back. Settle down.
he goes, well, we can get you some hot milk, I guess.
Not warm.
Gives,
I'll have to
Right.
give
gives
it
him
down.
just gives him, he goes away for a bit,
It's
and
milk with foam.
when he comes back, you can hear a cluster dropping pans and pots, things crashing and banging.
There's a cow.
You hear,
You
"Meow."
hear this?
Yeah,
There is a cow.
yeah, yeah, that's like he gets a towel. He comes back and
It's for
he
the
brings
steaks tomorrow.
towards you. He's
That's
got
all the meat.
He's got this like half full tankard of still like bubbling at the top like milk, which is still coming out.
I've got
And
frog.
then he gets a match and he's holding up the metal tankard and he just says
already
warm. Yeah, well, he said he was bringing hot milk. He's got
Can you
he's,
stop him or are you just going to let him heat up?
he's just yeah, he's got
I'm happy to no, because you see my line of thinking is as I'm letting it cool down I can have a nice conversation.
he's sitting there with a match just going and until like it reaches the tips of his fingers where his hair just catches off and then he drops it. You'll fuck me. There you go.
Didn't see that coming.
Oh, would you care to join me for a drink?
Do you bat your eyelashes at him?
I do
Make a
that
persuasion check.
Persuade.
Oh,
I know that this is not needed, but
in here.
It is.
Plus 11.
Oh,
That is
fucking hell.
26.
yeah, mate, all right. So
Yeah, right.
So he pulls out a shot glass. He just grabs like a glass bottle from underneath, pours a liquid into it, and he goes, "So what are we drinking, dude?" Right.
We're drinking to our relationship with my boyfriend now.
You're on the family then. Dink.
Yeah, right.
And he just downs a shot.
Actually, I need a glass. Sorry.
Dink.
Continue.
You
Oh,
sip,
good.
You sip your milk.
Well, he sits at the bar just going away cleaning. It doesn't appear that there are many patrons
Make
left.
a lactose.
At 26 and he just goes about his business?
Well, no, he said, "Would you like a drink?"
No.
Persuasion, yes, he would like to have a drink. That's what he wanted. So, yeah,
It doesn't matter one. He just wanted one.
yeah, exactly. He had one. So
Does he
then,
have to pay for the drunk Steve?
eventually he'll have to pick up the bill. Yes, drinks don't come for free. Neither does hot milk. Anyway,
A glass of warm milk.
so is there anything that you asked them, Carrillo? Oh, Astrid, sorry.
I didn't quite catch your name.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
Irish.
Didn't quite catch your name there.
Name's Donny. Donny, mate. What's going on?
Last name, Matt.
It's still
He
on the name of the
pulls up a pipe and
This still isn't the
gonna
guy
need
you want to know
everyone.
the name of.
Yeah,
I'm going
we
to
knew
meet.
his
he
name.
pulls out like this didgeridoo length pipe and just goes.
That's
This is
a
my
Chad
ground
right
cow.
It's
This
a,
comes from a brown cow, by the way. Yeah,
so he's just smoking away on his didgeridoo length bong drum. He's loving it.
I guess there's a fancy pipe now.
No, mate,
I
I don't.
guess there's a fancy
Mate, I don't even
That'll
leave this.
come in handy
Don't even
some-
leave this bar much, mate. To be honest.
Oh, sorry, I'm clean.
First time I went out the back in a while, actually. Just to stay here. What about you?
Oh well, I've been found by some very nice, interesting people.
Oh yeah, mate. That's good. You on an adventure?
Seems
28
like it.
intimidation. Very nice.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing well then. And if you don't mind, I'm just gonna go back to the
See
job.
my mum.
He is not
He go-
interested at all.
Yeah, he goes back and starts cleaning. He's not very interested in this conversation.
So who's the owner of this joint?
Oh, the owner. He's over there, mate. Wait. Yeah. Let me get him. Let me. Oh, actually, yeah, let me just go get him. He goes up to him,
Let
taps
me go
taps him
get
on the shoulder, and
him.
says, "Yeah, no, I told you." And the owner comes over. It's like, "Yeah, mate, what's up? Can I get some? I don't know, some tips? Is that what you're trying to offer, or you want some more food, or
Some favors.
some? Yeah, what
Favors.
do you want, mate?
No, I just
So what time is this?
It's probably like 11.
Oh.
It's late.
Oh, okay.
Not too
Past
late.
your bedtime.
I thought it was like 1 a.m., but
oh, okay, well
Would you like to come up to my room?
not yet.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
ask him
not
out
get-
for dinner first.
Let's not get hasty here, Benjamin.
What if we house hastily?
Ben's
That's
got to get there.
He's got a plus 11 persuasion. You might as well use it.
Oh, trust me, I have.
You mate, you got something to say?
I didn't quite catch your name the first time round.
Oh, well, mate. Yeah.
Make it kind of get
Yeah, I just got. There's so many different accents in this place. Yeah, mate, that's unfortunate. Well, you don't really need no one. I don't really give out my name to many people.
Only people who don't give out the name of criminals. He's a criminal.
Man, he smokes weed.
Man of mystery.
He's a villain. We should
Weed
kill him.
illegal here? I don't know.
Yeah, and take his stuff.
You're
It's
like,
alright.
check your bag. What's this then? What's up, pot?
That's
It's
for
the
half,
good
that's for half for
Yeah,
weed.
mate.
The good
Yeah,
stuff.
mate. It's nothing personal. Just don't go giving out names very often. It's just it's like it's
I
cute.
bet-
Inside.
I bat my eyelashes seductively.
Okay, go
How
for
do you
it.
do that?
Okay, go on.
Blink aggressively.
Go on.
You said
How the
something more.
fuck do you bat your eyelashes then?
You have to say it while speaking.
Go on.
I
Trust
bat
me,
my
I
eyelashes
know.
at you. That's what I say.
Go on. Go on. Persuasion.
Oh boy.
Have it then. Oh, fuck.
Fuck you.
27.
27.
27. Yes.
As he's like,
My name's Armin.
like, well,
Name's Damon.
You've got to think
I don't
of
Friend
it
of
on the
Emodius.
spot.
I don't really have a name that people know me by anymore. It's kind of like
You
a.
forgot it.
It's that base.
I'll be honest. I've been here so long. I've been so many people. I don't really.
Give him
know
a
my
name.
They just call me.
Such a good
Most people call me the Weed Man. You know.
He's been consistently stoned for
The road man,
83
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Drug dealer.
Out on the streets.
But
yeah.
it's not like a drug thing, mate. It's like getting people on the rock.
You hook us up with the good
We're not
kush,
there.
bro.
Argus is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm just. It's
nice
just
to meet
me
you.
fooling
if
about.
you want to get to me, mate, just say, "Hey, mate," and I'll be there. you know, just to say hey mate, and I'll be like, oh yeah mate, so
What are we on?
oh,
Oh,
yeah mate.
You gonna
I need to think of a name.
Roll to seduce.
Yeah, but later, after I think of a name.
Well,
I mean,
then
we're
I'll,
going to be coming back
I'm
through
gonna
here,
go back to
so-
these the people
Yeah,
here and
mate.
see what's going on.
I've got a new name.
Jono.
I'm gonna go back to the people
I'll
here
call
and
you
see
my
if they
bitch.
can take care of mate. Oh, I see you.
Yeah, I was hoping that it'd be like dead. Like in the bar.
Oh, it's pretty dead.
Who the fuck is he going to?
Is
He's
is
basically
it-
avoiding
it's-
me.
Wait, no, it's the dwarf.
Yeah, the dwarves are still there. They're smoking in a
okay.
corner.
Oh, okay.
They're smoking in a corner.
Thanks.
No, okay.
Are they watching what's going on, or are they just too big to care?
They're watching the smoke that they blow, and that's about it.
They're blowing ships and marines.
Oh, they're blowing a lot of shit.
Can Argus blow some rings?
Make a dexterity check to try.
Oh, dexterity.
Anyway.
No, when he was smoking.
Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to try to do in this conversation?
5.
No.
You just leave your milk there, or have you finished it all?
I'm still blowing it.
So yeah, while
It's still hot.
while smoking, Argus like goes
And it
trying to make a ring, and it just goes.
Everywhere. Okay.
Like a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buys a vape.
Aaron is getting secondhand smoke.
he's breathing up, and
I wake up with
Do
one.
you leave the door open?
the window open.
Okay. So
Yeah,
what are you
air
doing?
it out.
Why don't we end up giving it?
I open a window.
wait. Oh yeah. Well, mate, it's been a while since I actually used it, and it's like I'll be honest, I don't really remember it. It's been a long time since I used it, and you can make an inside check.
I'm not there. No, we can't.
Well, why don't we give you a new name then? How about that?
Handsome.
How
Yeah.
about we give you a new name then, handsome?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, mate. That's. I tell you what, if you come up with a new name, you can tell me in the morning or something.
Oh, of course.
The new name is Detect Magic.
Your new name
Anyway,
Your
mate,
new
I'll,
name is unknown.
I'm gonna close up the.
Your
new name
name
Anyway,
is
mate,
Devil.
unless you want something else from the bar, I might just close it up real quick because it looks like everyone else is going to bed, and I'm gonna get this smoking out the back. So yeah, I'll see you later.
Just has the pipe still in there. Like, wouldn't
And then it's
Yeah, he's like sort of
He's still holding it. Just
Little like
Every time-
arrows are
every
shooting
time-
out.
a medicine check it
No, it's coming out like a little Z shape.
Yeah.
in the other room.
Yeah, but like
Through the wall.
It forms a little sheep jumping over.
he has cancer.
Barry like snuggles closer because he sounds like a maternal dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, the
He
smoke
sees
out of
the
his
smoke, he's like,
out of
oh.
his nostrils.
So is there anything else you'd like to do as he's closing up the bar? or-
No, but yeah, no, not really. I just kind of like finish off my milk and go.
Oh, good. You wake up the next morning, Barry's just like,
He's got like smoke glasses.
What should his name be?
Barry.
No.
Barry number
Something
2.
No.
B2.
Like
Daryl.
Kowalski.
Daryl Skywalker.
Hey, come on.
What's your name, Daryl?
Percival
Daryl
Fredrickson
who? Daryl
von Music
Skywalker.
Kowalski Derolo the Third.
What?
It's a
Percival
character.
Fredrickson
Percival Fredrickson
von
von
Musil
Musil
Kowalski
Kowalski
Derolo
Derolo
the
the
Third.
Third. I always forget.
Derulo.
Derolo the Third.
Jason Derulo.
Percy
Say that.
Percy
Oh,
Derolo. Percy Derolo.
Percy Derolo.
Lane.
Okay, so
That was Percival Wolfric behind.
as you guys wake up in the morning, you find the two dwarves are downstairs. They doesn't look like they moved a whole lot since you saw them last night. You assume they slept.
Wake up!
No, they're awake, but they're still there.
They use form to like bang, like make a sound of banging pods.
You see, they're the only patrons, and they're beside you this morning.
And then you hear the sound of banging pots as Argus falls down the stairs.
Dink.
Ah,
So he's super fast to stand up now.
listen, I think. Is it better when he's drunk? I mean, he's less
Yeah,
sad.
but like he's drunk. Like I had to spend the night.
Argus
He's
isn't drunk
and
though.
baked at the same time.
I'm not though. 18 Constitution check.
But no, are you role playing as drunk and big?
No,
So how
he
much
just
do I
fell
have
down
to
the
pay?
stairs.
Off the milk? Like a copper. It's like,
He's a big guy,
it's
he's
nothing.
got a
It's
brain
milk.
He's an athlete, not a ballerina.
Okay, so 1 copper is 10 silver, right?
Yeah, and 10 silver is a gold, so...
It's all in denominations.
He
Oh,
kind of
wow,
moves
how
up
handy
to
is
the,
that?
the bar.
If only there
He's
was
like,
a currency that would fuck that up.
Like,
but
have you heard of
You
Commonwealth
he
coin?
takes
Yeah.
him empty pipe out of his mouth.
Yeah.
How much for a pouch for the road?
Well, depends on the quality there, mate. You looking for some real fucked up shit, or you just looking to get a little bit home every now and again?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, you know what? Let me give you some. Let me
A nice
check at the
pouch
back.
for the road.
Let me check at the back to make sure we've got some stock here, mate.
Do we get
And just
returning customer discounts?
I was going to use that. Go see, we're
Who
coming
are we
back
talking to?
They're talking to
Whoever's
the
in
manager.
The weed.
The owner?
The weed man.
Unnamed man.
The weed man. So, yes, you may be right
you're
back.
still
As he walks out the back again, you hear
Smoking
clattering of
crack.
pots and pans. He smacks the cow in the arse. Goes,
There's a lot of
Smacks the cow on the
well, you hear it. You just hear a and like, yeah, and then it moves. And then there's a lot of silence from it, and then you hear a lot of shuffling, same thing again. And he comes back out, he's got a couple of different, like, leather pouches. He's like, yeah, we got, like, 3 different grades here. We got, like, I'll call them a little bit of fun, party time, and let's get fucked. Which one do you want? Yeah, these pouches, if you maybe taking a smoking night, mate, it probably lasts you maybe 10 so days.
That's pretty
It's a
good.
pretty good pouch, mate. But it'll cost you a bit just because, I mean, you're a returning customer, mate, so I know you're a good guy. But there's good stuff, and I'll be honest, it's a bit under the desk, if you know what I mean. But
of
if I
course.
was to give you that kind of stuff in 10 days worth, that'd be costing you maybe about 50 gold pieces. It's good shit, mate.
We're returning customers and good customers. At
Mate.
Could I offer him some
Mate,
old gold?
He goes, looks all day, he's like,
it's
mate,
like gold, but older.
It's more valuable.
And might I also add, if I were to receive a fair price
Hold on, I
on
know
this,
how to
Let's have a picnic.
I would definitely.
Hold on, I know how to
be
persuade
making a
this
return
type of
for it.
character.
I'm just trying to give
Well,
him advantage.
Hold on, I know how to persuade. You know.
Advantage persuasion.
Yes!
Wait, advantage?
Yeah, I was trying to give him advantage anyways.
Wait, he's already brought down the price.
Yeah, and I'm trying to bring it down more.
However, he's a,
August wants to smoke.
Oh,
he's a savvy businessman.
26.
Oh.
Ooh.
He is a savvy businessman, but not that savvy.
How much is it?
As he brings up his little morning ale. he goes, yeah, mate, I guess you are returning. But you got to promise me that you're going to, if you ever go to any bars, mate, you're going to spread the word, you know. It's a good shit. And then he points to the bag. It's got like some weird symbol on the back of the bag, but it's like,
Is it
yeah,
a
mate.
badly drawn pie?
It's a badly drawn something. And it
You
correlates.
know we meant to exhale.
It correlates to the. He doesn't know it. He just keeps talking about it. It correlates to the
It's
sign
coming
at
out
the
of
front.
his ears.
It's coming out of
It's on me
everywhere.
when you drink a Coke.
out of his eyes.
Yeah. Anyway, he like points to the side at the front. It's got the same really squiggly symbol. He's like, yeah, mate. If you were to show these people, they'll know. That's the trick, mate. Anyway, all
Great chat.
here you go. So what was it? Was it? Let's have some fun. Party
The
time. Or let's get
cheapest
fucked.
one,
Oh well, in that case, it'll be a 45 gold piece of that one, then, mate.
45.
So I'm just walking past, I just like put a card
What is
down.
that symbol anyways?
So I just,
Oh, it's a symbol, mate. It's just what we know by, you know. It's how they know that the good shit's come back from the outback range.
Yeah, you can
Anything
do that
in
to make
particular?
sure you steal people. It's just
I
like
mean, you can make an investigation.
No, I'm
No, just make an
asking you.
intelligence. It's nothing. It's nothing
Alright.
special. It's just a
You
symbol.
may just play card games with like actual cards.
He plays
That's
card
how-
games.
I begrudgingly take out one of my pouches, take out 50,
shit, 20.
take out 5 coins.
Wait, so what did you buy?
Okay.
Drugs.
Bought some drugs. I mean,
Want some
I
drugs?
guess it's going down
Well-
the dark path.
We don't know if this is illegal anywhere else, so if you're caught with them,
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Anyway,
August
so
doesn't
Sure you
give a
can
shit.
Nah.
August doesn't care.
You fucking idiot.
August is the last person to say that.
Are the balls ready?
they're ready to rumble when you are. He's like,
Let's head to
"Hey,
the
boys,
harbor.
let's go start a fucking war." He
Do
goes,
you get high when you go in battle?
I mean, I feel high like I'm fucking going for it, but this is just a cool. If you go into a battle all fucking jittery, then you're never gonna get the first taken. But if you calm and collected, then you're thing and
I'll
you
hold
put
you
it.
to that
And
on
like,
your
he's got his
initiative roll.
axe. and
August gets a nice.
He's got essentially
he
like-
doesn't speak. August gets a nice high.
He's got like
Fighting.
he's got the baby edition of what would be Stormbreaker, where it's got an axe head on one end and a hammer end on the other. So he's like, I take one end and I just go up the fucking
One's
foot,
for like
and then once
removing
on the back
one's
fucking
for
back.
removing nails and the other one's hammering.
Practically, it's also a good
But like the hammer
being
side
opener.
isn't like a big hammer, it's like
One's for
one of those
removing
normal
heads,
And
hammers.
it's like a
Or Jane, before we leave, I've been trying to train Barry here.
guidance.
speaking of which,
I'll give you guidance.
I'm gonna need
and
some guidance.
Speaking of which, I'd like to make you make another.
I'll give you
I
some
will always
guidance.
try to stand there and just
You can
go.
add a D4.
Or no, don't do that, Aaron. No, do it. That's better. Good job.
What?
He's just saying what he'd be
I'm
doing.
trying to aid him.
No, you're not.
Oh.
No.
There's a deep.
Oh, he's already got.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah. Why ain't
Oh, special
Oh.
I've never
Is
seen
that
6
nine?
plus 3, 9 plus
Plus-
2.
I've never seen it.
11.
Above 10. That's what you need. So, you are.
Yeah, that one back.
Yeah, thanks. So, wait. 18. What's going on, man?
It's you.
It's you.
It's you.
It's you. Look, the dice is rolling better with me.
Make it prefer
It must just be you.
as well.
We're waiting at our table.
Never mind. Anyway, so.
Give me your die.
So,
You can have the ones from the jail.
yeah. So, as you go
Maybe it's a
to.
double negative.
as
They're
you go
already
to-
bad.
as you-
I make them worse, but it's a double negative makes them better. Positive.
Hey.
What was the negative one somehow?
So as you go to feed him, this time
On
with
the
that
face.
with that little bit of assistance, at first
Barry.
when you kneel down,
Barry.
he's a little bit jumpy, but
Barry.
as you get down,
Buzzer.
That's my.
as you say Basil, he's like, oh. There you go. He doesn't do a full sit, but he gets in like a nice position. And yeah, he's ready.
He crouches down, ready to jump at
Yeah,
you.
yeah. You can see he's
Don't jump at me.
he's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks since you got him. He's a little bit bigger. He's not huge by any means, but you know, he's about
Absolutely
from
not.
he's gone from about
He's massive.
he's gone from this big to probably about that big. He's growing.
Good on.
Yeah, he's getting
He's
bigger.
up to your
Wait till he
shoulder.
eats. Wait until he eats somebody. That's when.
The one thing that you can really tell is like a teller for apparently this breed of how big they've grown is the feet, because when he came out,
Oh, is he like a puppy with
Yeah.
the overgrown
yeah,
paws?
when he was huge,
Ah,
his
he's
feet were super
adorable.
overgrown, and his horn was also super like tiny. But now that's grown out a fair bit, and the feet are starting to become
It's been
more
3 hours. We've had-
more suitable
we've
to the
had
body.
feet mentioned
So that's how
every
he
hour.
evolves. So yeah, so that's
1 foot per hour.
so
Okay.
that's your
Is that your
successful
walk
challenge.
speed?
And
Feet have been mentioned
so I meant to
3
ask you,
times
while
in
you're
the past
traveling,
3 hours.
while you're going through these towns, you're getting a lot of. If you have Barry out, you're getting a lot of bizarre looks. Are you keeping him in your bag? Are you going
Here's
on
a
his
bag. Hold it. Put
shoulder?
him in.
Yeah, sure. Let's smother the dragon.
You have his head sticking out.
I've been kind of like.
Oh my god.
The way I think is like if we're kind of just on the road with like no one.
On the road, you're
Around.
fine. But I'm just saying, when you go into these towns,
Oh, okay.
like you are
Um,
getting some weird looks.
Just put him on my back.
I mean,
They
I
won't
don't
look
think-
twice.
In my bag with his head poking out.
We
so
are
maybe
get
something
straight
looks
hooks.
Okay,
you.
sure thing. That,
But
I'll
they
say
won't
that
look
works.
twice if I rest
So,
my
for the
hand
time
on my
being, while he's that
7-foot
small, that's
great
fine.
sword.
So like I get if some people notice.
Yeah, you will.
He just
Kinda.
wants to hold it.
Yeah. I mean, just letting you know, you passed a place where people are taking
From
strange
the
and beautiful
very
creatures and
Just set
selling
it and bolt.
He dropped
So,
his gun just
FYI.
They fuck with Barry, I'm gonna.
Yeah. So, the next and last day of your travel will second last day, sorry. So, you depart from Riverbend and you're going through the last area of the rolling hills. This is the
These
area
hills be
that
rolling.
you guys have been in for a long
Argus
time.
is now standing only 10 feet ahead instead of 20.
Okay. Are you still smoking or are you...
He's not smoking.
Okay,
We're
good.
making progress.
So,
Smoking hot.
So as you guys are walking, you're making
Yes.
casual conversation with Dane and the rest of his men. He's
eligible
actually
bachelor.
riding a goat, an armoured goat.
Do you have these things called whirly whirlies?
Yeah, Mako, we're going to see some Charlie.
You're not seeing any fucking twirly whirlies.
Not here, but are we going to see them?
Is it
Mako?
just like a
Are we
goat?
going to see them?
Maybe. So, as you guys are walking through and talking, you guys are you're passing through the area, and you
Gotta get me out of here, man.
and there's an area that takes your you remember.
Breath
It's just
away.
two people
You're like
in a
shit.
goat suit.
We've been here before. You,
Is
you
this how
pass-
we got attacked by the goblins?
You pass an area with two large overhanging hills, which is pretty much at the start of this, and you can
A
see
valley.
you can see
of plenty. Who knows?
So
Maybe
circle
if we
to
toss a
the
coin.
center of
Maybe they
Gather
could
a
toss a
quick
coin.
a manner of twigden. Oh, when a humble bard graced the ride along with Argus of the West, along came the song.
Anyway, so as you pass through, you see some like arrows have been undertrudged by the
Wonderful.
passing travellers, and you remember like
A purple
this is
skin-
where you got attacked by those goblins, and you can see where they would have
skin
gone and taken you. Just remember
Devil.
that was a long time ago, and regardless of how your journey's gone, you guys have come a long way since you left the
This
city.
army of humans.
And eventually, you get out of the plains, and the first thing you see is the sea of tents and settlements that the dwarves have made on the outskirts of Highbell. They seem to have taken up like the majority of the northernmost part of the town, which is where you guys are entering from. And you see as like a couple of them exit the tents. It's about night time when you get there, and you can see the high tower that's resembling where it got its name, Highbell. beautiful bronze and brass and
At
pieces of
Bell,
stone
that is
as
high.
well.
It is. Okay.
And you enter the town, and
Before we go, as we're walking in, I turn my head to Dane.
Dale.
Say, how many riders do you have?
Riders?
if I remember correctly, we had
He's gonna get ready.
we spared 100 goats, something like that. There's a couple, but the thing about them is they're strong. But I mean, if you want them to jump a fucking wall, you might be in a bit of trouble. They're like fucking. If you want to run someone down,
They're
fucking-
like goats.
they're
Who's gonna-
goats.
will there be a charge? Do you reckon?
I mean,
It's not our
let me show you something. As you guys.
Commander, tell me your battle strategy.
That's what I'm asking.
Now I'm no
I wanna
fucking
charge with
artist.
them.
I'm no artist by any means, but this is the best I could fucking do with the time I had. This is a map of
Roll
what the city looks like.
dexterity.
This is his map of the city. No, I know it doesn't look that pretty, but this is the best I could do with the stuff we had back in the
Nice, better
day.
hand than me.
Right, well, anyway, these are the two entrances there and there. That's the north of the town,
Wait,
so
can we
that's where
enter
we'll be
through the
coming
river?
through there. That place there, it's called the town, it's like the big
Wait,
poverty
is that-
section.
Is
Wait,
this
are
like
these-
in Riften?
are
Yeah,
these
there's
wolves?
this.
A little bit, but
Wait,
not
Josh, are these wolves?
Can you
Yes.
swim?
How high are these?
You don't know. And he doesn't know either. He's like, I don't
How
know.
tall are
Potion
they?
of water breathing.
From my memory, compared to me, how many me's fit into that? That's how Argus judges.
I mean,
height.
Maze, it's probably like double your height.
The wall's about.
Two of these.
The wall's about 14 feet, if I remember correctly.
So,
If
approximately.
you
I mean,
enlarged me, could be like Attack on Titan. After you, Argus.
Do you reckon that if I like do a somersault, I can
You
do
can
a
get
tumble?
climbing. You can
I-
get climbing speed of.
I can tumble up the wall.
Yeah.
Or
You get 30
they could
speed.
cast
Something
enlarge
like
on me,
Super
make me
Mario.
14 feet tall, and I could just pick you up and put you on the wall.
You can use a bonus action to get 30.
I remember. Can you pass me the flake, please?
What?
Wait, can you move 30 feet any direction?
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking OP roll.
Any direction.
It's like duck and roll, but Sonic. It's like Sonic.
I can.
Like Sonic. Yeah, you're Sonic.
I'm fucking Sonic, bitch.
Wait, but which one do you look like though? Are you the
And
bad
you
one?
can still move,
I'm
you still
blue,
have
but I
another
need to
15
go that
feet, so you can just bowl over everyone on the wall.
Yeah. I do that sometimes.
I still want to be Mongo.
Well, you're gonna have.
I still wanna be
Mongo.
Mongo.
Anyway, so as he's
Argus
explaining,
is
as he's explaining.
bowling down the drawbridge.
Now I know it's not.
could pull down the drawbridge.
This is everything you've ever
It's
wanted.
everything I've
So,
ever
yeah.
wanted.
So as he's talking,
I could fall into the river.
as he hears you guys like brainstorming while he's walking.
And I'm like on your shoulder, like, alright, big fella, let's crush this 5 seconds.
After you, Argus.
Yes, that is 100% me.
So anyway, as he's pointing, I was like,
Oh, that would be most epic.
It's not
How
great.
about we have different teams?
It's
It's
not-
not like
it's-
one on the Mogo team.
It's not
Let's
great.
split up,
Mongo.
gang.
Mongo.
It's not great, but this is how it works. He's like, he hears you going. He's like, you haven't been in a siege before, have you?
Does it look like it?
No.
Perhaps we could.
But that's
split
okay.
up,
We
gang.
need some
And
fresh
search for
ideas.
clues.
Split the party.
It's not a good
Yeah.
This idea, this part's called the Tangle. It's like
Where's Pale's temple?
somewhere in the town. It's more in this
It's
area.
in the poor area?
Yeah.
The main temple in Alice in the City
Yeah.
isn't.
Yeah, it cares for the poor people.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
a religious
Yeah.
organization.
So that's where they are.
It's been a,
It's like a lot of
Yeah,
churches.
so that's where they are.
I
There.
was gonna make.
Oh, this is like the wealthy area. I couldn't fucking find any name for it, but this is like the wealthy area over here, goes down to there.
Shit arsehole area.
Asshole area, fucking right. And then over.
Flip this around a second.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. And then over here, there's like the fucking
There's a small
traders
port
and
here.
taverns and all that. That's where the fucking lake comes in. So
Can we
it goes.
get through here?
Wait, hold on. What are your guys' deceptions like?
-1.
Are you suggesting we disguise ourselves in?
I'm
Zero
suggest-
plus 0.
+2.
Could
Could
we-
disguise proficiencies,
Could
right?
we?
Could you disguise me as a
Plus 4.
horse?
We could be the churches.
Really oversized head full of
It's a warhorse.
It was crossbreeded
those-
with a giraffe.
You know those like plastic horse heads that you put?
Yeah, because that's
We just
believable.
put that on him.
We got necromancers. It's fine.
What about his arms? Three arms.
There's Harry's other heads. So he has
It was a cross between a hydra and a horse.
Like,
And it
Hello, what's going on?
we just put one of these fuckers on him and
What
he's
is
just
copyright?
thing.
He gets copyrighted.
We just put one of these.
You got a big C floating above your head. It's copyright protected.
And I just hide my arms underneath my animal furs.
Anyway, so as
So
you
I've got like an owlbear head
It's
here,
like-
and then
the
my
only
horse.
thing when I think of what they'd be doing, if I put my head in there where they'd be, I assume that they would have most of their fucking units somewhere over here or over here. And I know that the main leaders of the city, they live some over here, but I don't know exactly if they're still there or not. The only other thing that's a bit fucking weird is that we've heard that not many people have been coming in and out, so that probably means they got on like a lockdown facility kind of thing, which means those guys in there are kind of douchebags, like you're saying. And besides that, Palo's light temple thing somewhere over here. Only thing I'm a bit worried about is that they're like the only people who would stop them, so I don't know if that means they're all fucking
You
dead.
know what?
or
I'll
if
send
they're-
them a message and tell them that we're on our way and they should join us. We're sending.
Okay, and who are you sending a message to?
Okay,
On
wait.
to the lady, right?
Okay,
The lady?
shut-
So there's Valvis, which is the blue
I
one.
have a proposition.
I have one too.
I have, please.
I think I heard Connell.
Yeah.
say that.
We can just get Aaron to use mold earth and make like a hill so we can just walk up.
That would take a long time.
I was also about to say,
We're not in
mold
combat.
earth.
But when we get
It's
there,
it's moving 5 feet of earth,
Per
and then
second.
it's not
You
like
move it
it's
5
not like
feet.
it's not
No.
perfect Minecraft. Like it's not going to
No,
instantly be like you're going to spend
yeah,
a
as
long
soon as we
fucking
get near
day.
the walls, there's gonna be archers and shit.
Okay,
Is there?
how about...
Yeah, it's a siege.
Fucking just blow up the
It's
ball with like a fireball.
Fireball the wall.
No,
That's
hold on. I've got a little bit of a proposition.
I'm a strategist in my
You
spare
why
time.
don't you?
Have you heard about the siege of Troy? I propose we use the
Build a
port.
wooden Argus.
We've got
Sam,
a
as, you,
horse.
as Grayson opens his book, you see a large horse erupt from it.
Large
A
center.
large center.
How about this? They've got a port. Now, ports are notorious for being weak points of a guarded city.
I watched Lord of the Rings through.
I think that's a sewer.
Wait, are you going to get an orc to
It
jump in with
says-
a torch and just go flow?
It's a port.
That's where we take our shits on to.
How
It's a
about
small port.
How about we go through the small port, and then we'll be able to infiltrate the city in secrecy, allowing for the army
I'm gonna
to
be
enter
honest.
with
If the city's on lockdown, they won't let us in.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the
Okay,
stealthy
they
type.
always want
They
things.
don't care.
They do.
You could
They are about to be under
They-
attack by
just,
a
like,
massive
sneak it,
dwarf
like-
army.
We
And
have
assassinate the leader.
We
They
took
have
the
not
door.
done-
If we
Maybe.
take a short rest,
Coin.
I can prepare invisibility.
I can't
Can
really
you
see.
see?
Oh, can you?
coin.
Arcane
You can
recovery.
recover
I'll
spells, you
check.
can't
You
change.
guys
We
keep
need a
talking.
day
I'll
of
check.
rest, but
I'll
we'll
check.
have that because
I'll
we'll
check.
spend a night
Yeah,
where
we're
it's
gonna
night
spend the night
time.
at Hideout.
Oh,
So
Yeah. Regardless. Yeah.
But
Okay.
So,
yeah.
can I
I
so
could
do you want me to call standing
possibly
and
sneak in.
ask for them to help?
Speak to the
Or
police.
ask
I'll
what's
talk
going
to
on.
my who's the
Now,
highest
there-
person.
So
I know.
you
It's
know
the dude
two
who beat me
people.
up.
So there's Valvius, who, pardon me, he is
Punch me in the cock.
he's the fighter. He's the guy who leads their military
Punch me in the
forces.
cock
And
with a
then
fighting
there
fit.
is. Sorry, let me just get my notes here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Pale's order.
Their forces don't.
So there's
fight
there's
the
there's,
force.
there's the
We will join them if you do not.
there's Zavari, who's the priestess, the main leader of the religious side, and then there's Valvius, who's more of the military guy. He's the guy he practically raised you when you were young.
Protect the military guy.
So Valvius would have like more command of the troops.
Valvius would have more command over the troops, yeah. But you know, because you were there.
He's
When
the-
you were there, they weren't exactly a proud army.
I'll just tell them to get.
They had maybe like
Over
50 to
They're like a
100.
militia.
Yeah, they're very small.
Okay. I will cast sending. And what I say,
Tommy, do it.
Very well done.
Go on.
Very well done.
tomorrow, battle incoming. Prepare your troops, shelter the poor. Do not fight the dwarfs, they're on our side. This is ordained, you can reply to this message.
You can
This.
reply.
You
Yeah,
can
this.
reply to this.
That still makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, but what happens if he put a hyphen between those words?
But
No, we're not doing that. So,
It's not a text
You-
message.
I speak in hyphen.
so, wait, sorry,
Can we
repeat that
send
message.
Morse
So it was-
code?
Battle tomorrow incoming.
Mhm.
Prepare your troops, shelter the poor. Do not fight the dwarves, they're on our side.
You can
You
reply to
reply
this
to this.
message.
Tom,
So
I need you to count this because he doesn't know he's got 25 words or less to.
Doesn't he?
No, yeah, the guy who
Oh,
I'm
your
sending
guy,
this to.
right,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, so it's like, ordain, How are you?
I can cast
What is
another
your
one. I
range?
can cast another
Does
one.
R count as a word?
No, I'm saying,
What's your age, Ordain?
You say there's a battle incoming? With dwarves? Okay. The order's all but fucking gone at this point. I can try and get some boys to...
Done.
I cast it again.
Okay.
What should I
I'm not good with
let me
something
just,
with
let me
big
just,
fast.
I don't cast it yet. Let me just think about what I'm gonna say.
You
Tell me
can't,
that
you
the word.
can't hit like
Tell me that word.
That's why I waited a sec. Because I'm just waiting to hear things. And then I'll put it
By the
in.
way, after this, did you guys want to go grab lunch before it hits 2? Or did you...
Sure.
Just because that way we're
This
not
would
going
be a good time.
Yeah.
to end this
25
one.
words.
I think when we go to do
It'll
our
give you
short,
time.
we'll do our short
Yeah.
long rest.
Yeah.
Also, like, it would be good to go out for
Before it rains, yeah, good call.
I get to bring my umbrella.
Go on. Anyway,
I
Ordain?
don't know. I'm just trying to think.
But
Any other extra details I should include in this message?
Ask him his
What's
age.
your age?
Ask him his age.
angrily eats Turkish delight.
No.
Okay, I cast it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
25 words to reply.
Yep.
He probably puts the
Wait, Tom. Tom.
Tom.
25 words to reply.
Do not attack until we'll meet you in.
I used to have
The
that.
temple?
Cheese sandwiches. It wasn't like
You join up with us
it was
for the
like
fight.
one big chip. Another
That's
big
it?
chip, and
Yeah, I
then
can-
chips in between.
Okay.
Wait, I can no longer reply. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
that's it.
I cannot. I say at the end of my last words. I cannot reply anymore for the day. Oh shit!
That would have fit.
So that's what. So you said we'll meet you at the temple.
Yeah,
Okay. He says.
that's the object. That's one.
You get to
I'll-
the temple. I'll probably be fighting.
Okay. So he goes.
No, because we're probably going to.
So
a
he goes-
rage.
God fuck no! Don't go to the temple.
God, fuck no! Don't go to the temple.
Fucking temple's taken over, Ordain. Brothers of the Night's End. We had a fight, and yeah, they've. They've taken over everything. Don't go there.
Don't go.
Okay, temple's off. Okay, so we need to find
The
them.
temple is out of bounds.
Damn.
So we know they have.
Damn, this is badder than this is worse than I thought.
They have.
You guys are
control-
Yeah, I was gonna say this
What's
is
the
bad,
weight
and then I'm like, I knew it was bad. This is badder than I
Okay.
thought.
You guys have been gone for a month
Yeah.
against a
Is
very,
that what we're
very
aiming?
brutal force,
I mean, we
led
have
by
like
a very,
3
very,
fireballs.
very brutal
We
man.
have like 2 fireballs we can.
So, Ordain,
And a 14.
that's what you're doing. You've done that. Now, as you guys are approaching the tents of the dwarven, I'll say city of soldiers.
Is it preemptive attack?
Is it like, are you
Is
getting
there a preemptive attack?
No, there's not.
Fuck.
So, as you guys are standing there,
So is
that's
this the
where
battle?
you are getting ready to go to battle.
Are we gonna do? Are we gonna like?
You'll get time to plan
I mean,
before you
it's
go to
like
sleep.
the bed.
So,
I'm just gonna say that Zane,
What's your age?
make
How
sure
old
that
are
you set watches on the city. Don't want them to sneak up on us while
well, I'm just gonna go now and get familiar with
I
whatever
wish
the
we
fuck
had
they
a
got going.
bird to send to like.
I will fuck you with a greatsword.
And on that bombshell, let's go get lunch.
Righto.
Argus isn't in the mood for smack talk.